Okay, those are up. Hello, everyone. We are live. Welcome. How you're doing?
Hello.
Hello.
No.
Hi.
I could wake him up, but he usually doesn't like it.
Your hands are cold. Go away. It's
So topical things. I hope none of our viewers tonight sold their GameStop shares a week ago.
I looked at the quick calculations too, and like if my stimulus money had come in time, I could have made $10,000, but it showed up after the meme took off. So I was like,
Some
shit.
people actually don't have a choice. Their stock is getting sold now, like automatically through
Yeah, which
no.
should be illegal.
Well, I
Anyway.
totally agree with you there. That's a bunch of BS. Like the whole thing is so stupid. Like when Wall Street does it, it's totally fine. But when people do it, oh my god! Like,
Yeah,
gotta
look,
regulate this.
rich person gambling is only acceptable for rich people.
Yeah, save rich person.
So, I actually, funnily enough, on the subject of stock market and gambling, I recently went and made a new document for Public City by Night because I'm changing Vice to Connections. And one of the vices I created back when I originally did that was one of the contexts was for the Republic City stock market under gambling. I don't think we had any characters that had it in our playtest, but I was entertained. And then this happened. I was like, gambling gets relevant.
Yes.
It's
eat the rich. Yes.
It's gambling with fancier terms. So, yeah, that's a thing. You know, that was a meme. In other news, that's less meme. Yesterday was my birthday.
Oh, happy belated birthday!
Birthday.
Yeah.
I already said happy birthday to you, so I didn't say it.
You did. So did
Say
Kelsa.
it again.
Yeah, I am now 26.
Yeah, geezer.
Once again,
Yeah,
the
you're
youngest
so
person.
old, Saint. Cough. Look another direction.
I'm not.
In 2 months, and I'm just like, oh my god.
Y'all are baby.
I was like, listen,
Mhm.
I know what joke I made for all of the people past 30, myself included.
Oh, you old people.
You're not
Getting
as
there.
bad as two of our regular people on this
That's-
channel.
That's true. It
Ark
always
and K just broke 21, and we're like,
Ark-
oh.
when we were doing masks and Ark was like, "Yeah, I'm 20." I'm like, "Oh, you are a bab." Yeah,
What's
like
funny is that on the vampire show we have both of them, and I'm just like, oh my god, you're just little babies.
just be like, when I was that age, I was doing Vampire LARP.
Same, actually.
Yeah, that's it.
As soon as I could get in the club, I was doing Vampire LARP. In fact, I was prepping for Vampire LARP before I was even allowed into the clubs.
There you go. See, done. What's done is done.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
That's why the
Yeah.
tattoo I want to get is the Camarilla vampires. Awesome.
There you go. Yeah. Anything else for people? I had that. That was my big thing. Otherwise, I recently finished watching Yu Yu Hakusho for the first time ever.
Nice.
So Yu Yu Hakusho has a lot of bullshit because it's shown in anime, but like, goddamn, is that opening theme amazing?
Mm-hmm.
Such a bop. It's so good. I adore that opening theme.
You say shonen anime like it's not the best form of anime. I'm offended.
I watched a video on fashion in shonen, which was an okay video because I was like, you didn't define fashion to begin with, and then kind of just assumed that everybody would have your same definition.
Was it the one
of
from
what, like,
Mother's
fashion
Basement?
is. Yes, it was.
Mhm.
And I was like, Like some of them, I'm like, yes, JoJo's is like its own level of things because it's JoJo's.
Oh yeah, JoJo's is a whole other level.
Yeah, it's like a whole nother level, and like I agree, Yu Hakusho, everybody looks fresh as hell on that show, even though it's like 90s, it's super 90s now. But like some of the other ones, I was like, you're getting between like you're trying to split hairs between like fashion and aesthetics. And, like, those are generally very related, and fashion is a very, like, societally constructed thing versus, and aesthetics is a different societally constructed thing, but, like, you know. It was one of those things where I'm like, that's a thing. It's still an interesting thing to watch, but, like, at the same time, I'm like, where, you do have to define what you mean by something like fashion at the beginning of a video essay
So,
like that.
I feel like it was more just meant to be the way he felt about each of the fashions of the different anime. I don't think it was
Fair.
supposed to be like, this is like my opinion is the only thing that matters, and
Yeah,
and whatever.
it is.
Because that kind of thing is always going to be subjective.
Yeah, I did love him trashing Naruto for a bit, and then also trashing like, yes, the who will win circle jerk that is a lot of the internet around things like shonen anime.
Yep.
So, you know, I'm okay with that. It's fine. But yeah, I heard the word drip used multiple times in that video, which I never heard used in that, and then I went somewhere else and somebody else used it, and I was like, this is a really weird term, and I've never heard anybody use it in the relation to fashion.
Same though.
I have no idea where it comes from. And I've
Me
only
either.
heard it then, and haven't heard it since. Well, it's been only a couple days. But
The only time I ever heard it is during that video. So
I saw on, I think I was watching a stream, and somebody used that term, and I was like, what? I'm confused.
So unrelated to anime or fashion, I got Gloomhaven over the past since we've last played, I guess.
Did you play it?
I have not, because it is so much stuff, and organizing it is top priority because it gives me.
I wanted to play it, but they had a tummy.
I mean, yes, it did have a tummy. Also, like,
It looks awesome though.
I don't know if I can reach.
It's a cool looking game.
My living room table is 100% Gloomhaven right now. I don't know if the.
Oh, Gloomhaven all the time.
You say your table, it says Gloomhaven table.
Yes, it says this table is Gloomhaven.
Property of Gloomhaven? Is Gloomhaven like the name of the town? I don't remember.
Yes,
it's been a while.
It's like a small city, I think.
Yeah. It's one of those adventure cities like Neverwinter or whatever.
Baldur's Gate.
Mm-hmm. Precisely.
I'm gonna go to Baldur's Gate where everybody's just like totally blinked out.
How about Boulder's Gate?
Baldur's Gate.
I mean, that would be appropriate because it's been a year and like 2 days since large boulder size of small boulder. So
It has. Is it small boulder size of? Which one is it?
It's large boulder size of small boulder.
Okay, I didn't remember, but I remember that, and that was a good time. That was a good day.
Good self-owned by whatever police department that was.
Yeah. It was like in like. God.
Digging through my parents' attic and just finding shit up there, I think is what facilitated my initial interest in both D&D and anime. Because I ended up finding
That-
some. Huh?
Look at that combination right there.
Yeah, well, because I would go up there and I would just dig out like old dusty books and read them and shit. And one day, I found like this case of really old VHSs. So I went to the one whatever those players were called and put it in, and it just broke. It was so old. So I was like, well, I want to know what this is about, so I ended up buying it on DVD and played it that way. It was Record of the Lotus War.
Oh, solid.
So it is basically D&D.
It is. That's fair. That is one of those classic isekai. So perfect. Look at that intersection of things going right there. God, VHS tapes.
It was funny because it must have been my dad's, because I went up and I found this. I was like, oh, this looks interesting. Put it in the thing and it just falls apart. Everything, like the film snaps and everything. It's like, wow, that's old.
This was not taken care of.
I forget who it was. I think it may have been one of you guys, but somebody brought up like the need to preserve things that are on film like desperately right now.
That's a common thing. Yeah, it's that combined, like, it's like especially film because film requires a lot of special preservation methods, and also like it deteriorates. Yeah, and also deteriorates super quickly just in general.
And
it's like that. That combined with like early digital archives. Like, it's the thing of like preserving very early games is very essential, because like it's easy just for that software to just get wiped out. That kind of thing. It's why whatchamacallit, there's a term I'm forgetting, but basically like old MMOs, like when their servers go down and they don't get preserved because the company who made it will just be like, no, you can't have access to the source code. Which means the game just essentially will end up disappearing. So
there was actually, I forget who did it, but it was like a series on YouTube, I think, where this person went into a bunch of like ghost MMOs and like dicked around while they were just like, they hadn't been updated for forever, nobody's been on it, whatever. Like, the server is still on, but it has like nothing running really, and it's kind of spooky.
I just can't wait until WoW dies so we might get some other MMO that's actually good.
So never.
Don't you worry, Blizzard is working on it slowly but surely.
Let's be real. Like, you got to consider how many MMOs exist that are like actually like viable MMOs. There's like what, WoW, Warframe,
exactly
and Final Fantasy 14.
WoW and Final Fantasy 14. What was the other one you said?
Warframe. Warframe is massive.
Warframe's not exactly an MMO though.
Has a pretty big thing going on right now.
What does?
Maple Story 2.
Oh yeah, that's a game. Korean MMOs are a thing that definitely exists, like Black Desert Online.
That's a whole kind of. I don't count those as like really. A lot of those don't even come to.
Online's weird. It's like a fighting game MMO, and I'm just like.
Black Desert's actually pretty awesome, but like most of them don't even come to the West, so.
All I know about Black Desert is because it's a Korean MMO. Korean MMOs are all grind fests. That's what I know.
So it certainly is, but the combat is super awesome. Like, that's the only thing, is there's nothing really to do. It's just all grinding. But the combat in Black Desert is super, super fun. It's basically like an action RPG combat system. Very similar to like a Bastion, or like, it's got a very like Platinum Games type of feel.
I feel like Blizzard is just like taking a pencil and like squeezing out every last bit of toothpaste.
That's exactly what it is. It drives me freaking crazy. And like, until Blizzard takes the server and throws it out the window, people are gonna pay for it. Yeah. So it's like Saint said, it's never gonna die. So yeah,
it basically will survive.
It lives itself as early as like 2010. Like.
Yeah, I mean, it'll survive as long as Activision thinks it is a viable product, and then it will go the way of Here's the Storm, which is unfortunate. I mean, I really like Heroes of the Storm.
You can still play Heroes of the Storm. I'm a fan of Heroes of the Storm. Not so much since they put like the intern team in charge of like updates, but what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, since we're on the topic of Blizzard, I can't wait for Diablo 4, even though I hate Blizzard.
Wait, are you saying you don't own a phone? Is that reference still topical?
Wait,
I understood that reference.
Because there's a phone thing now, right?
Yeah. But no, I do, even though they kind of went silent on it again after giving a huge update, I am excited for it. I've always liked the Diablo games.
Diablo games are so much fun for like a solid 8 months after they come out.
Right.
And then they just fall off. The face.
I've never, and I think the problem with that too is, you know. Now, see, I think a Diablo MMO would be interesting because that would keep this story alive a bit longer.
The world is certainly cool.
Oh,
like
yeah,
I really enjoy the
amazing.
lore of the world.
But they're
personally
like the main purpose of the Diablo game is you play through it, you get your equipment, you play through it again, you get better equipment, you play through it again, you get better equipment, and it's just an equipment grind. It's just like
I'm gonna say something that's probably very foolish because I don't know the game very well. But isn't that Path of Exile?
Yeah, Path of Exile basically copied the Diablo-esque.
Yeah, they're basically
Path
the
of
same
Exile
type
is
of
a
game.
lot in your face all at once, though, and you
Fair.
need to kind of like go through like 2 years of study before you understand how to play the game.
Yeah, Path of Exile is like super complicated.
You need a degree in PoE.
It's true, and like not only that, if you like do something incorrectly in the early game,
You're just screwed.
you're done. You
Or
like,
you have to pay like $20
Yep.
real cash.
yep.
You know what I just the degree thing just reminded me of an MMO that is very much still alive and still fairly popular. That requires a lot of
Final Fantasy
spreadsheets. No, EVE
No,
Online.
don't you say it. Don't
I
you say
did
it.
it. I said
I
it.
hate that
No,
thing.
I actually booted up my EVE Online. I booted up my
Hate
EVE
it.
Online account about 5 months ago because the queue that I had set up when I had a premium EVE account had exactly 4 years and 38 days of training time.
Oh,
So
no.
I signed in. I set an alarm on my Google account, and I signed in and reset all my training
What
queues.
were
and then
you
just
doing that would take 5 years of real time?
It was like some crazy battle cru Like I was trying to learn how to fly a certain battle cruiser, and I needed like 40 prerequisites. And yeah,
Amazing.
That's insane. They actually expected people to wait that long for
oh,
stuff?
and people do. Yeah,
Eve is a
People who play Eve
terrible
are crazy.
game. It is boring as hell.
It's
The only time Eve is ever good is when a bunch of people get mad at each other and lose like $1 billion worth of imaginary shit.
Didn't,
The only
they,
thing
didn't
that-
they get mad and like rebel against the like
Yeah.
main faction hub too,
Yep.
and just like suicide attack it?
It's happened a few separate times, yeah, where like they all just go absolutely insane and like lose these ships that take forever to build.
EVE is like super interesting to read about, like when events like that happen, but like
Right.
the game itself is like not that
The
interesting.
game is literally fetch quests the MMO with like a high risk of losing everything you've worked for since you started playing 5 years ago.
And it's
That
Like,
is
my-
that is the game.
I've
That
My
is-
almost-
friends got
I've
me
almost
so
done it
excited
multiple
about
times.
it, and I logged in and like made everything, and I was like, it takes me literally like 2 hours to get where I'm. Like, I actually have to fly there for 2 hours.
it's
I had
it's,
to YouTube
God,
how
man.
to get into my ship in my first game.
it's the thing of like there are other games that do what EVE does, like what the gameplay of EVE does a lot better than what EVE does, and it's things like Elite Dangerous,
Mhm.
which is a really cool game. Like I have watched people play like Elite Dangerous VR. That shit is like amazing. I'm all for watching that. Like I obviously
I
don't
feel
have a VR
like
setup,
No
so-
Man's
I got-
Sky is a way better version of Eve than Eve now.
I got an opportunity to play to play Elite Dangerous with a VR setup at PAX a few years ago, and it was amazing.
I heard good things about
like,
Elite Dangerous.
I have no interest in getting a VR setup, but if one fell into my lap, I would play Elite Dangerous with it because it's weird. I do not get motion sick playing Elite Dangerous in VR, but I do playing it on a screen. So
Interesting.
yeah, I thought it was kind of weird.
The last
I
time I
guess
put on
you
a
can
VR
pair-
headset, I got dizzy after like
Oh.
10 minutes.
I think maybe with Elite Dangerous the thing is like your body is like I'm in a spaceship and like that feels right. I don't know.
Hey,
you're
you know,
saying something
you know
else.
who else is in a spaceship? Us.
Heck yeah, perfect, flawless transition.
We
You know
did.
what we need to do that we did not do last week because we were short on time, and will also be a great way to refresh everyone's memories as to what we did last week.
Experience.
XP.
Experience.
We're gonna have to do this twice today, y'all.
Get ready. So, crew of the Rocksteady, last week, did you execute a successful extraction operation or capture of a bounty?
Yes.
This is I don't remember what we did last week.
Yeah, I agree.
Last week,
I don't
not
think
2
we
weeks
finished
ago.
anything, did we?
We extracted a way thingy from a fanatic guy.
Oh,
Who was
yes,
like,
we
Yes,
did.
we
We
did.
did.
and then we blew up the ship.
And then you blew up the ship.
Right. Yeah. We
thank you.
We
Thank
psyched that guy out and was like, just kidding. Our guns are faster, and y'all snuck in and did some stuff. Yeah. I
Yeah,
remember
we took an artifact. We took an artifact from them, and then
Mhm.
yeah, we took an artifact and the crew, the hired crew.
Yes. You rescued the hired crew. So I think you did successfully do an extraction operation for sure. Did you contend with challenges above your current station?
Yes, the church. The church
That is
bad
correct.
news.
The church is bad news, and you are now on their shit list.
Hooray.
Good.
Look,
Sounds
they-
like real life.
maybe yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe they shouldn't have gone around destroying all the cults and being like, we're the only cult. Then everything would be fine.
I doubt that, but good point. Good
Yeah.
point.
Look,
Uh,
they're the hegemony's like pet cults, other than the cult of the Seekers. So like,
Did you bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one?
we're not inconspicuous in that. We tried to be, and then the church immediately found us out.
Do you think you were savvy though?
I think
I think
taking
we
out
pulled that off really well, all things
Yeah.
considered.
Yeah, like we had a good plan. We had like a solid plan that just didn't work out well because the Inquisitors are smart. Like we blew their life support, which turned the tables for us.
Yep.
And then we got the artifact in a way that was very like we were able to
Everything
like,
went pretty
remove-
flawlessly.
Yeah,
if I
we were
remember correctly.
we were able to
Yeah.
remove the barriers between us and whatever artifact it was, like pretty easily, and like basically psych the Inquisitor out, being like, "Yeah, you want to go with us? You want to do this?"
Mhm.
So yeah, I think so.
Cool. And then, did you express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of this crew? This is very important for you guys to actually recap to give the audience a feel for what this crew is like.
I mean, Knots is kind of like a firecracker to begin with, so I don't think I was exactly showing off the essential nature of the crew, but the essential nature of Knots was definitely reflected in that.
So maybe some
Part of the
inner
crew.
conflict of the crew.
I feel
Yeah.
like we certainly portrayed the fact that when we're on business, we're about business, right? Like as soon as we got to the ship, everybody kind of like did their plan. In addition, I definitely like had my own thing where I had my drives and took out that Inquisitor guy. So
I think there was a thing on the subject of Knots. I think there was a thing where like Knots was like, "Can I press the button? Can I press it?"
And
true,
I was the
yeah.
captain.
Can I push the
Yay.
button now?
Yeah. Also, Maneki is now full captain.
Mhm.
Despite the fact that she believes that she was the captain the whole time and that the command could not be relinquished to her anyway.
Yeah, it's true.
It's the thought that counts, really.
Yeah.
It is. Maneki is touched.
So 7 or 8?
Yes. That question is not to me, it's to the rest of you guys.
78.
It's
Definitely
a question of
78.
did you definitely at least 7. It's a question of do y'all think we executed successful extraction after capture of bounty twice or once?
I feel
Well,
like
twice,
probably
multiple
once.
times.
I think only
Yeah, so-
once.
So 7. We are very close to
Okay.
agreement. Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Krieg, you were on this mission.
I was.
Did you address a tough challenge with speed or flair?
I certainly think so.
Yeah, what was particularly speedy or flaring about it?
Definitely not crashing the ship into the church ship.
That was pretty good.
He pulled that off multiple times, and then also shooting their ship. I know he successfully did that at least once.
Yeah.
With Squeak's help. Not Squeaks. Squeaks is not his cousin.
Squeaks is his pet name.
Squeaks is his cousin.
Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
I actually don't think that came up at all this time. That was a whole week ago.
You did?
It was.
You did? Well, you changed your thing to soft, right?
No. In fact, I changed it to reckless. But
that was pretty reckless.
But that's a trauma, not a belief, drive, or heritage.
Right.
Yeah, that's the next question.
Yeah, which definitely did come in. But no, I don't think there was any military stuff that came up, or his family. No, I don't recall anything that would cover that.
Sure. No worries.
However,
and then
dealing with the trauma,
vice and trauma.
Yeah. He definitely was much more reckless than normal because he tried to do the grappling hook shot and only realized afterwards maybe I should be careful and not kill the two crewmates that are over there. That was after the fact.
Yeah.
And I think we had to do something to fix the results of that so that they didn't actually die. But yeah, so I think he definitely was reckless.
For sure. All right, great. Take your XPs. Crow.
Hello, Estanian crew. Welcome.
Yes,
Hello.
ma'am.
Hello. Welcome. Crow. Did you address a tough challenge with charm or audacity last week?
All day, every day.
You did. What was a particularly charming or audacious thing you recall?
I basically walked in on the Inquisitor and his two bros, blew them away, then got the Inquisitor to show us where the artifact was, and then took him out right after.
Yeah, that was both. That was very audacious, just all around, and I think that pretty much sums it up for sure. Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
Yeah, I feel like a couple different times when I was kind of messing around when we first got in the engagement because Crow really doesn't have anything to do in a space fight. And then as soon as the doctor was like, okay, let's go, Crow was like, okay, now we got something to do, and it was serious time. So
yeah. And what about issues from your vice or traumas?
Yes, I had an issue with my haunted trauma, which caused me to take an action to attack the Inquisitor, even though that could have went really bad for us.
It really could have, but it turned out to go really well. Thank you, Dice.
Yay, Dice!
So take your XP, and Maneki.
Yeah.
Did you address a tough challenge with wisdom or the way?
I think I did. I'm trying to remember. Because 2 weeks. Yes. Does it have to be successful?
No.
All right.
It does not.
I tried reasoning with the guy who was on board. After our little thingy got blown up, and then immediately flipped a switch and was like, well, now they gotta die.
Yeah, that sounds right. And did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background? And issues from your vice or trauma?
Yes. For backgrounds, yes, I got a captain's coat.
Yes.
Outfitted for a cat.
Yes.
And
a captain's coat.
A captain's. That is. I need to write that down. Captain's coat. Captain's coat.
She's just gonna fly around with it on her shoulders like a anime delinquent.
Properly.
Yeah. I mean, totes obs.
Totes obs.
Totes off.
And I probably should have been counting. And I also am acting, happily acting as captain.
Yeah, you are. Do you have a vice or trauma that caused you any trouble?
It became entirely. I became completely obsessed when our probe got destroyed on completing this mission.
And it could have caused some problems. Luckily, your crew got it sorted, but it could have gone differently. Talking about crew that got some stuff sorted, Knots.
That's me.
Did you address a tough challenge with technical skill or ingenuity?
I mean, I think so. I shot lasers out of guns. Got a 6 on that. Shoot their life support system roll.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background last week?
On top of that, I would like to argue for a second experience when I crawled through the air vents to seal the breach in the hull of our ship.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to tell you a secret. You don't have to argue for your experience. You tell me why you get the experience, and then you get the experience.
That's yep. I think it's more of a turn of phrase than me actually arguing. But
actual argument. Yes. Okay.
Believes, drives, heritage, background. I mean, kind of that. I live on the edge and just go at it, I guess. I don't know. I didn't really dive into my background.
Well, maybe we can do that this week. We'll see.
I think I did, but not narratively. With the swift response to the breach in the hull. That's not a narrative where I play into the background, but it does have background effects to it, I guess.
I mean, I think you did mention that, this is the sort of thing that your race is, specialized in, is crawling through those tight spaces and patching up holes like this.
Yeah.
So...
South levels up, and I'm gonna take a tick and sway.
And what about your vice or traumas?
None of that came up last session.
None of that. Alright. Dr. Song.
Yeah, what's up?
Tell us, did you address a tough challenge with insight or compassion?
Yes. One of them was convincing the Inquisitor to come quietly with us once we got onto his ship. The other was evacuating the crew of said ship.
That's true. That was definitely, I don't want to say not necessary, but definitely was something that I don't think anyone else in the crew would have cared about. So, did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
Yes, I became a friend of the Mendicants.
You did. That's true.
The drive I had.
Yeah, and now it's done.
Yeah, and also slowly but surely expanding my friends list in this game.
Yeah, that's good.
And also, when we went for the jobs, Dr. Sang was like, we should do this mendicant job. We should do it. Not the we have to do this, but it's a hey, this I'm in good with these people, and this is the thing we should probably do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool. What about any struggling with your vice or traumas?
Dr. Sang does not have a trauma, but
Oh.
their vice did come in. saving the crew of that ship is definitely necessitated more things. Us doing more rolls than was necessary. For that part.
Not including the fact that it's going to lead to extra heat and all that. So
it already did, because we did the heat last time.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. So it came out in multiple different ways.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Awesome. Now I get to roll for y'all entanglement.
Alright, so I
Question
am
why
getting...
that roll is going on. Side blade, side dancing, or sundering?
Ooh, those are all good.
Are the side blades going to manifest as giant cat paws?
Probably.
Nice.
I think that.
I vote for that. Then that sounds amazing.
That is aesthetically pleasing to me. It's just giant cat paw that slices things.
I think since I got another point in prowess, I think I'm gonna get another point in. I'm gonna put another tick in scramble.
Ooh.
That seems to be coming up quite a bit. Also, seems applicable for Dr. Sang, a person who is all about being a doctor and helping people. Lots of running involved.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the doctor is very well known for running.
Scramble up.
So let's see. Your entanglement. You are wanted level 2 here, is that right?
In this system?
We are now.
Let's see.
Yeah,
No!
No, we're 1. We
Um,
oh no, we're in Iota. We're 2, and we're in Iota.
You're...
Aren't we? We moved. Because this was not in Nightfall. Like, we went... I'm pretty sure...
I think we...
No, Pulse was in Nightfall, but... We were doing it on our way to get out of here, basically.
Yes, it was in Iota. You are correct. You got the job in Breck, but the job itself was in Iota. It was between... Like, it was not on any planet. It was in space.
Yeah.
So yes, you now are at wanted level 2.
Yeah, we cleared out our one level in Rin and Holt, I believe.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. The church chartered ship was heading for the Ring of Fire, which would have been bad news.
Super bad. Okay. Interrogation. System officers round up one of the PCs to question them about the crew's crimes. How did they manage to capture you? You can pay them off.
I just got arrested.
We can pay them off with 2 cred and just say we pay them off and walk away. That's done. Or they can sweat it out of you. You can take level 2 harm and tell them what they want to know, give you +2 heat. You can resist each of those separately. So do you want to have a little scene, maybe get beat up a little bit and take some extra heat?
I guess which
hand them
one
some
of
money.
us gets arrested is the big question.
So I can take the hit for this if we're gonna jump into downtime activity after. Because I can say Creek can get picked up because I have side job.
Okay.
I can tie him getting picked up while trying to do one of those.
Gotcha.
And
so
like, aren't you connected to this?
You're like running Ubers out of the shuttle and get picked up. Okay, I like it.
Why do my humans keep disappearing?
There's gonna be one like person on injury who you were flying, and they're just like, wait, do I get a refund?
Yeah, this random person gets stranded. I'm giving you 3 stars for this. It was pleasant up until the arrest.
Okay, that's good.
So how do we want to handle this? How much is it to pay off?
2 cred.
Oh, I happen to have 2 cred.
Bribe the cops?
Yeah.
Probably just gonna bribe the cops because Krieg is nothing if not generous with his money. So the cops.
That's true. Actually, yeah.
He's usually fine with spending the money as long as it doesn't dip into the stash. So yeah, I'll clear out my cred. He's just like, look, you didn't see me, person. here's some creds.
My name's Joe.
Right, Joe. You didn't see anything.
Yeah, Joe.
Officer Joe.
Officer Joe. Wink.
Joe is their last name. It's only J-O.
Yeah.
I 100% wrote that down, just so you know. It'll never come up, but I did.
He's Joseph
You never know. Joseph Josie. Oh my god.
All right. Let's do some downtime then, everybody.
I need to indulge my vice.
I also
Yeah.
need to indulge my vice.
Yeah.
Yours is like petroleum products, if I remember correctly. So I
I
don't think you
make
have related
wax. I make like wax models you'd find in a museum in Louisiana.
It belongs in a museum.
Thanks, Indy. We called the dog
I do it out
Indiana.
of raw petroleum instead of wax.
Crow will also indulge his vice.
I see a
Trying to
lot
get
of vice
drunk.
indulging going around.
Right.
Is anyone doing their vices together?
Oh,
I seem to recall.
Kelsa, I do need to address one other thing from last week, because as
Yeah.
we are talking about indulging vices, I see that Krieg had, and remembered now, Krieg had stressed out last mission. So we need to...
Yeah, right at the end.
Yeah,
So
it
you're-
was like the last thing he did.
So you need an extra trauma.
Yeah, I need to figure out what that trauma is.
Okay.
We did Haunted last time. I don't want that again. Oh god, that is going to be a real character flip if he becomes reckless and unstable.
I mean, that sounds like a character arc.
Krieg has kind of been like the go with the flow, kind of like rock of the whole group too.
I have an idea based on that, which
Oh,
is
yeah?
taking soft.
Taking soft.
Especially like your family's an injury, like you have that whole thing going on with your vice.
Oh, that's true.
Like every time you do a job, you're like, but what happens if I don't come? What happens if I don't come back from this? What will my family think?
Oh shoot, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh,
That
I
is
like
good.
it. Soft. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that is perfect, and I guess I don't need to indulge vices now.
Correct.
Officer, it's fine.
You do not need to indulge vices.
Yeah.
That's correct.
It's fine.
I'm also good. I'm also going to indulge my vice.
I'll
Hey.
need to indulge mine too. What is everyone doing?
Crow,
Getting
you
drunk.
get drunk, right? Okay.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
trying to. Here's the thing. Dr.
Like,
Sang
I
is
will go out
literally
and party with people if anybody else is down.
Sang doesn't do like partying.
I would have been the person to
I'll
go
go
party with you,
that's
but
cool.
What? Say it again.
Totally be like, hey Doc, you want to like go help people, and then like take you to a bar and get totally plastered.
Sang, just like,
Knots is 100% down to go party. Like, Knots clubs.
Oh my god, you know what Knots could probably do? Knots could have like at a booth, just like get random people, just be like, "Hey, I'll make a wax figurine of you when we do this."
No, I'm doing the wax figure thing's a private thing. And
Okay.
it's not a vice for Knots, but Knots parties. Like
Okay.
they were a grunt that like traveled with the military. Of course, they went to clubs, kind of thing.
True.
I see Knots being like the aggressive glow stick dancer on the dance floor too.
Oh, there would be.
Yeah, but only
Accidentally hitting
after like
everyone.
they're super bashful and like.
No, not like mosh pit aggressive, but like the one who's just really into the raving with
No,
the
I
glow
know
sticks.
what you mean, but
No,
they're-
that was to Rhys, where he was like
Okay.
bashing into people. It's like, no, he's just the give me my space, and then he's just
flailing
into-
with glow
into
stick
it.
hands.
Yeah, go to that bar or club. Do it. We are in Iota. We can do that.
Yeah, where you guys while you're in Iota and Wanted, where are you guys going to relieve these vices? Because I guess we're on Injury because that was where Krieg, that's your name, got picked up doing some jobs.
Subject of Krieg.
Jobber job.
Krieg, if you're doing a side job, you get a bunch of rumors too, right?
I should.
You get some hot goss, if I remember correctly, as part of
True.
as part of side job.
Where is my PDF? I need to pull that up so I have everything I need.
You can also go to not the information one.
Oh, is
you
it
can
on
go
the
to
tabs?
Yeah, it's in the tabs.
Right,
It's
we
if
got
you
the
if
wonderful
you go below the
update.
character sheets. Yeah.
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 And have all the stuff.
So
You gain 1 cred, and if there are rumors floating about, I will tell you of them. Well, I will tell you about these rumors when...
But yeah, I did say the side job, so that's
Sweet. Yep, take your cred, and
I got some of my money back.
I will tell you more about this side job. Or this rumor later.
Since we're on injury, I was also going to indulge my vice. I know exactly where Sang's gonna be. They're gonna go back to that clinic they were on when the crew first found them. And the crew first recruited them.
Okay.
I go be a mental health animal and get pets.
Yeah.
Too many dice. I'm
Therapy
afraid.
cat.
Therapy
Therapy
cat.
cat.
Therapy
Excellent. I'm glad to have this clinic therapy cat. Alright, so I get a bonus die, I guess, since I guess Maneki and Sang are friends.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah. Alright, let's do it.
I mean, does Sang think so, though?
Who's
I
not friends
Sang
with a
does. Like, I think Sang, like, is friends with, like, pretty much everybody on the crew in their own way.
And even
Because,
if you're
like...
not friends with Knots, Knots is friends with you.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
I was gonna say you might be friends with Maneki, but I feel like Maneki feels like we're all her like things.
You can be both.
You can be friends with your things. It's fun. That can't
Yeah,
be
hello.
But yeah, we did not roll very well on that.
No, we didn't.
No. I think I'm not gonna indulge it again, mostly because I seem to have the characters that overindulge a lot, and then I'm like, they'll just get lost and make a new character.
You just love making new characters, that's all.
It's true, I do love making new characters. It's a lot of fun.
I did manage to get down to 3 though.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, 3 stress.
Oh, it says you have 7 right now, and you only got a 3.
I have the meditate thingy, so I get a +1.
Oh, only when you do the meditation one do you get the +1 from that.
Oh, I can't like meditate and get pets.
No, you have to do one or the other.
Oh, oops. All right, I have 4 then.
Now you can do it and then get some dark visions.
Dark visions. Woo.
With 4, that's a 50-50 chance.
Come on, you know you want this dark visions. I mean, I don't know if you actually do. I
mean, if you have 4, it's actually less than a 50% chance of you overindulging, because 1, 2, 3, 4 is fine. Only 5 and 6 overindulging.
If she's doing the
+1.
meditation one, it's with the +1, then it's yeah. Yeah.
I forgot how math works for a second there.
Math is difficult. It's true.
I don't know why
I
you
don't
would
know
expect
what-
that from me.
Yeah, I don't know what dark visions does.
Oh, it's just like you get some visions of like somebody you feel close to in danger, basically. It's the Empire Strikes Back, Luke feels Leia is in trouble thing.
All right. Do I still do like the I have to leave kind of thing?
No, it's just you get dark visions.
I just freak out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get that vision.
mean-
You're like, oh shit.
You can freak out or not freak out, however you want to, really. It's up to you how you use that information that you get from these dark visions.
I will roll a 6 when I do this. All right.
I know. No bonus dice on this one because I don't think you're meditating.
No bonus dice. No, I do not.
Oh,
Okay.
Wow.
Well, we got those rolls out of the way.
well,
Beautiful.
Was that everyone's vices then?
Yes.
Okay.
I think so.
What other downtime actions are remaining?
I was going to do training.
Is
Okay.
anybody gonna repair the ship?
Could be helpful. You guys have pretty fucked up.
We almost like hired a guy for that.
Hey.
Yeah, I should probably do that. I'm going to work on the ship. How do I do that?
I believe you have a free action to do that.
If you have the special ability for it, which
you don't
I don't think.
have it yet.
I don't think.
I don't think they do.
It just takes
Tinker
cred.
and Mechanic's Heart. So.
It literally it's a downtime. It takes a downtime action and a cred to repair damage, but it only repairs one level of damage at a time.
Is there any cred on the ship?
Yeah, there's 3, so you could just.
I will take a downtime action and a cred off the ship and take a damage off the ship because we got blasted a little bit.
We did.
You did.
We did. That did happen.
You know what? Dr. Sang will do the other one. Will also help repair the ship. This is the time they'll spend with Knots. Is both of them repairing the ship.
Aww.
Yeah, bonding.
All right. So yeah, now there's only one.
We have a
cred on the
touching
ship.
moment where you tell Knots to just like be Knots or something.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
Knots
like.
be Knots.
Yeah, just like Knots. You just.
Well, Knots is all in their head. And they're like, I don't know how to do this. Like this isn't. Oh no, I kind of like born and raised, kind of running things the way that it was in the military. You know, like kind of.
Hey,
it's in a little young. You know, I'm only 9.
Yes, and that's the hegemony for you. But now you're not part of that. Now you're here on your own ship, with your own crew. You need to express that individuality.
Yeah,
It's
you're
true.
right. Not like Knots goes and was like, ah, damn! I soldered my glove to my finger. Damn it!
Oh, ooh.
I like to imagine Maneki's behind Knots, like trying to catch his tail.
Go down the hallway is like, at least you won't lose it now.
Let's get you to the workshop. Let's do that.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
Make sure we get that all.
Bro's gonna do some insight training. It's gonna be
Ooh.
smart.
Smart.
Quick question: We're not wanted in Rin or Holt, correct?
You are not wanted in Rin and Brack. You are wanted in Holt.
How much we got on Holt?
1 wanted level, 0 heat.
Is there already a tracker to clear that?
No.
Okay.
Fun 0 out of 8 times.
Yeah, I think. I might spend a cred to do a lay low for Holt.
You wanna? Probably a good idea. Probably.
Yeah.
Just keep our options open.
Yeah, I'll spend a cred for that, and it's just gonna be Maneki's gonna like go through and I think to reflect the cred getting spent, she's like paying off any anything that they actually did cause. She's very stingy about it. If she doesn't think she caused part of it, but she's gonna like pay off any like fines or anything that she thinks that they actually caused. I like to do that for Iota, but
But you're in Iota, so you can't.
yeah.
I understand.
So that is a fortune roll, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It is a fortune roll based on what action you're taking.
Oh, I think this would be a sway.
You're putting money in pockets.
Yeah. Six.
Hey, nice.
That's the 3 ticks we needed.
Yeah.
Sure.
Stupid fines.
Very nice. I'm trying to.
Krieg, I think you're the only person with a open free downtown action. Is that right? Or
I think actually everyone has now used them because Krieg just did a. Oh no, because Krieg did not indulge vice.
Nope.
yeah,
And so you only did one action so far, I think.
No, I did
side job.
Yeah, I did side job and training.
Oh, and you
Oh,
did
you did
training.
Yeah, I did some
Okay.
resolve training.
Okay. Then.
Go see your family again while you're here.
Yeah, that one's probably not a vice indulge, but definitely swung by.
We see you so soon.
Okay. So I think the rumor that you come back with, Krieg, is that the there is going to be a like a sled dog race on Lithios with genetically modified sled dogs.
Uber Huskies. Hell
And
yeah.
that can narrow his eyes.
Huskies.
You said on Ilios?
Lithios,
Lithios.
the frozen.
Ilios is Mass Effect, excuse me. Or
Yes.
is that Star Wars?
One
one of those other space ones.
Helios is freezer pizza.
Star Wars?
I think it is Star Wars.
That's where all the lightsaber crystals come from, right?
No, that's Ilum.
Ilum. Ilum. Okay.
Ilios.
Ilios is Mass Effect then, probably. You know what? We have the internet.
Yeah.
It's less fun though.
Ilios is a 2020 TV series, apparently.
It is pizza though. Ilios
Oh, it's
pizza.
it's Overwatch.
Overwatch.
It's one of the maps in Overwatch.
Oh, yes, that's what it is.
Yeah, you're right. It's the Greece one. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, now that we've figured out that,
That counts as sci-fi, right?
We
Yeah.
did it.
It is sci-fi.
Kind of.
Near future.
Overwatch is definitely
Overwatch is sci-fi for sure. Cool. I also was rolling up some other jobs for your bounty board. There is still potentially the Nexus Link job from before the data heist at an abandoned shipyard in Iota, which you may or may not be able to still get in on. Or we can talk about some other options.
How about not being an Iota? Is there a thing for that? Unless we want to go see the dog race, because that sounds pretty sweet.
We could make some quick cash watching dog races.
I
Potentially.
feel like that would end very poorly for us. Our luck is not exactly great.
That's fair. It is just a rumor. We have no obligation to follow
If
it.
Face was here, we would be doing the dog races.
Totally
in a heartbeat.
different. Totally different.
I want to buy a team. What? Buy this team.
Yeah.
But this,
It's kind of Mr. Burns it. It's fine.
yeah, we're not we are not the packet loss. Say that much.
That's-
Packet loss is there.
Yeah,
just-
Packet Laws is their race.
Really,
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
I can see that.
Zero's
It's the
just
new
on
crew,
the phone,
too.
bundled up like I hate all of this.
Why am I on this freezing ice ball?
Yeah, they. As a hacker, they are like the least suited. Oh, unless they're like robo dogs.
Robo dogs.
Okay.
Maybe it's a combination. Maybe they're like alien dogs, but also robo dogs, and it's just all dog race.
Cyborg
No.
dogs.
Yeah, cyborg
They
dogs.
they are alien cyborg dogs made with alien DNA. So not only are they grown, they are also mechanically enhanced.
God,
we're
this...
gonna touch all the sci-fi genres.
That's
They're
right.
the
You gotta
Fallout.
put all the tropes together.
They're the Fallout Robo Dogs, so they have like the alien dog brains in a mechanical body.
Oh my
And
God.
Knots is just going to end up getting like a space bacteria infection, and then we'll cover all this.
Subject of dog. Dog.
You find a dog, I was. Yeah.
Dog.
Kelsa has dog.
Dog.
Oh.
My wife brought me my dog.
They were like dog races. I want to be in dog races.
Dog races?
Dog
I want to be in dog races. I'm a dog. Hi.
It's the Lithios Iditarod.
Yeah, exactly that. Hi. Harold? You want
like-
to go back?
They're like, I have attention now. I want to be shy.
This race definitely
That's my
used to
wife.
be run by the Yaru before the Yaru basically ceased to exist.
Which is probably why this year they're allowing a bunch of aliens, dogs, and robo dogs, and other types of dog-like
Canine.
creatures.
Canine likes.
So our options
Can't
are dog race, this one other job,
And something that would take you out of system, possibly, probably to Rin. I think it's
That would
probably going to
be the
be.
better idea. We should probably get out of here and then do some lay low actions next game.
We
Can
should
we
definitely
do
go.
any missions to reduce our heat?
Not usually.
We'd have to go out and find them, and that would also mean working for the hegemony.
Not necessarily. You could find some people to help you reduce your heat that could take payment in the form of a job that are not necessarily hegemony
Or-
themselves.
Or doing a bounty hunter job extremely quietly where other people get blamed, so we get -2 heat from the license thing.
That would be pretty funny, actually.
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
But that would be very difficult. Which is what we want to do anyway. We'll just,
Yeah, let's do it.
it's the Dishonored let's kidnap somebody thing,
Let's
Very
do a
fine.
Declaration of Independence.
let us check.
There is
out.
not
Low
one
heat.
of
That's
those.
basically
Low heat job. Steal the Declaration.
So steal the steal the Declaration of Independence job is being put up by the hegemony, and they need it destroyed, and they need proof of destruction, and any copies will result in a death sentence being put out on you, and
Aren't we kind of friends with Independent Parliament?
you are actually.
That sounds like a bad idea.
Yeah.
It is.
Why don't we just go hang out with Independent Parliament until the heat goes away?
Because they're in Holt where you still have heat.
Yeah, just get some.
I don't want to get arrested again.
Right? Stop arresting me!
If
I say
we're-
we take a job in Rin. That sounds like a good idea to me.
If we go to Rin, I can Sang can always ask Owl about potential things. Also, we have our own crew contacts to ask for stuff.
Yeah, I could
Like-
ask Garbo if Garbo has any jobs.
And plus, you have crew contacts like Lix, who we haven't seen since the very beginning. The fish person, the fish in a fishbowl atop a sexy human body.
That was a bad
Hey.
guy. I thought that was like Rendis's downtick.
I mean, also sure.
They were in Holt though, right? I
I
don't
don't know.
remember.
They're
I mean, they
wherever
could
they
move.
want to be.
Whatever. Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it's
I-
been a time. They could be somewhere else.
I don't even remember who we've met of our crew. We've met Arlox. I know that because it's written down here.
Mhm.
We've met Lix. I don't remember if we've met any of our other crew contacts.
I don't believe that we have met Ish, a weapons dealer. I think we have not met Stacy Weathers either, not in this game, and I don't think that we've met Jezri, a fixer, either.
Do you think it's possible to create a way portal between Amarath and Falls?
I would not begin to be able to tell you if that is the thing or not.
I legitimately could not tell you either. I imagine the Guild of Engineers would love to know as well.
Maybe
Seems legit to me. Let's do it.
That sounds like a bad idea if you ask me.
Counter question: how powerful do you think the cannon would have to be to shoot us from here to there?
You probably know the answer to that better than I do. I don't know physics that well.
Yeah, there's one of the jump gates between Iota and Holt.
That would require retuning the gates? That's beyond me, personally, and also requires dealing with a guild, which is also not really my thing. But if you have the means, by all means, if you want to. I mean, it does kind of whatever. It's not important to me, but
if you have the means, by all means. Let's see what you did.
Yes. If you want to, because the choices would essentially be cut Breck off from everything, or change the entire layout of how the Procyon sector goes, right? I'm looking at this map right here. That would be how it goes. It'd be like this instead of like this, right?
Well, why not just build another one?
I don't think they can do that.
How did you humans get a hold of these ones then?
The precursors.
You're just kind of there in space.
You're
You know.
operating machinery you don't know how to use.
Let's go find a precursor.
They definitely aren't secretly meant to usher in giant space squids. I can tell you that.
I mean, that seems to be many things in this galaxy, is operating things we've never actually built ourselves.
That's why I'm saying I think we should go find a precursor.
I think they're dead.
I mean, do you know they're dead?
No, I don't.
Maybe you can still find them if they are dead, theoretically.
That's also a good point.
True. You make a good point.
Unless they're entirely atomized, then we may have found them and been completely unaware of it. Maybe even breathed them.
Isn't there something in the cults talking about ascending to a higher plane or something like that?
Maybe that's what the Ashtar Cloud is. It's just all dead precursors.
Maybe.
No, it's all billion precursors.
That's why the cult uses
perhaps
just inhaling dead precursors.
So I believe we should probably just move on from Iota unless we want to do dog races.
Yes, I also agree that we should move on from Iota.
Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here.
Alright. Should we check the bounty board first? I think that's...
Yes, we should.
prudent.
Hit a button.
Alright. And then you, like, filter it for only jobs that are taking place in Rin. Do you filter it? Are you only looking for legal jobs, or are you still looking also for illegal jobs as well?
Should probably be legit for a little while.
I'm sure it's fine. If you say so, though, for sure.
Not that we don't get heat on legal jobs too, but
you get less with legal jobs.
that's true.
Oh, yeah, that's something you could do. Okay. There is a job for a crew is wanted to safely get a reporter to some isolated coordinates on Boftama.
We could do that, but if she walks too slow, like in the normal quests, I'm gonna be really pissed.
You've been looking at Link's games too often, have you?
She also better not get stuck on a wall.
Donk.
God damn it!
Why are Tempo's MMOs still here? Didn't we remove? Okay. Well, yes, that sounds fine. Escort to reporter. Sure.
I did send Tempo their MMOs.
Why are they still? Never mind. Ugh.
Because they're digital and she didn't delete them after she sent them over.
God damn it.
And you are expected to escort them to this remote location and then back again. It's not a one-way trip.
Where are they
That
located?
figures. Yeah, it would be weird if it was a one-way trip, let's be real.
It would be. I just wanted to clarify that so that you are not just like, all right, well, you're here, bye!
Okay, bye.
I can't breathe.
Yeah, it's not how this works.
Bye!
Bye!
Not
No,
right. Where are they located?
I mean, the pickup is on Warren, and then they'll give you the directions to the drop-off on Tama. This is hosted by HNN, the Hegemonic News Network. Why not? It's your old pal, Stacy Weathers. Why don't we find out about Stacy Weathers? You guys actually know Stacy. Stacy is your crew contact. Who wants to tell me more about Stacy Weathers, the ace reporter?
But one thing I do know is that her mom has got it going on.
Question. Was
Matt's
Stacy
literally had
impacted?
an affair with Stacy's mom, and that is why we know her. That was a joke.
But was Stacy in Packet Loss? I don't think she was, but I'm asking.
I don't think she was, but I will triple check.
Yeah, it doesn't sound familiar to me.
It doesn't, but I am
I
curious.
know that we impersonated her in our other game.
Yes, the other yeah.
But she didn't actually show up there. So no. Don't think so. God, I need to do it for this game too. No, she did not.
What did you
Okay.
say? We're like 5 years post packet loss? 10 years post packet loss?
Approximately 5 years post packet loss, yeah. But no, she was not seen on packet loss. So
Stacy Weathers. What is she like? Let's see. My first image, of course, is like a modern incarnations of Lois Lane, but that's not the most helpful thing. Go ahead.
for some reason, when you started that sentence, my brain filled in Malibu Stacy from The Simpsons. I don't know why.
I don't know why either. Let's see. Anybody else have any ideas? Because I'm just like going. My brain's just like running, trying to think of something.
I was thinking the news reporter turned love interest from Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
I never saw that.
Oh, it's my
Right, it's-
favorite animated movie.
It's an
so
entertaining
good.
watch. The second one, not so much, but the first
Yeah,
one's
the
good.
first one is amazing, though.
I loved that book when I was a kid, but I never actually watched the film.
Oh, watch it. I'm sure it's free somewhere.
I'm sure it is.
If not, just break out your buccaneer hat. Because,
Yar.
Yar.
Has everybody else seen Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs?
Nope.
I have, yes.
One, yeah.
God, what's her
Just-
name?
It's Kelsa and I haven't.
female lead.
It's Kelsa now. That's their name. I don't remember what her name was. I could honestly tell you I don't remember any of their names, except for, I think, Brent, the baby boy.
Sam Sparks.
There you
Sam
go.
Sparks. There you go.
Oh.
I
don't know
looked
what
it
she-
up.
I don't know what she looks like either, so like.
She's
there-
She is a
adorable.
cutie.
Basically Malibu Stacy.
I'm gonna have to look. I've
Actually,
watched
with hips?
I've watched very little of The Simpsons.
It's a joke, but
Yeah, that's why I was like.
God, I'm gonna have
Very-
to
very
meet you guys
hips.
this weekend. All right, everybody.
Very
invited.
hips.
Join my Discord. We're watching Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs sometime this weekend.
Okay.
Get work.
Okay, yeah, I can. That is the look. That is a look for Stacey Weathers. Yeah.
okay. That's it now. Bark. All right. So that's her. Yeah. Who on this crew already knew Stacy? Since Stacy Weathers is a crew contact, she is known to the Rocksteady, and she knows of the Rocksteady.
I would say, since it's a pre-existing one, she probably knows Krieg and Crow. And what if we say that they were also a wartime reporter? So probably they were was like, here, random soldier, interview. Random drop pilot, interview. And then it's like,
Yeah.
oh, you also know her. Hey.
Or drop pilot, you were flying her around while she was doing her war reporting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then it's
Okay.
like, oh shit, Dr. Sang, you were also there. I remember interviewing you at one point while you were trying to keep a man's intestines inside his body.
Yeah, and Dr.
It's like,
Sang's
get
like,
this damn camera out of here. I'm trying to save a life.
Knots
I did a-
Knots has probably been
How is
on
Candace?
something on film in the background, like, I don't know, shooting craps with the other soldiers or something.
Knots is,
Right.
Knots is just the person who like slowly creeps into the shot. And it's just like,
Yes.
You see,
Exactly.
You see Candace like grab Knots by the scruff and pull him out of the shot.
no.
it's those shots that you have like on ESPN where the reporter's in front of
The
a
big
crowd,
crowd,
and
yeah.
the crowd is like trying to wave the camera, is like, hi mom.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's just the one
I can
person.
see it.
Just
Exactly
Perfect.
like that. Brilliant. Awesome. So
So is this the side episode where we basically do MASH? But as our-
are we instead of doing this job, are we gonna go back in time and
no.
watch you guys meet Stacy Weathers for the first time?
The flashback job episode.
The flashback shot. We could have Candace join in on this
Yeah.
for some reason, you know?
Right, in the flashback, and
Yeah.
just everybody.
I want to
No.
spend a stress to make this whole episode a flashback.
We'll just change crews to the Fire Drake, and it'll be a medical ship.
Oh my god, season 3 confirmed.
we have to have a catchy intro to
This
Law
isn't-
and Order or MASH though.
We find out in
yes.
season 3 that it wasn't the first time Krieg crashed an ambulance.
Oh no!
Mash smashed with scrubs. Make this happen.
Oh my
In
gosh.
Beautiful.
MASH but Scrubs in space
Yeah.
with
Yep.
Birds.
Alright, yeah, I'm for it.
And everyone is playing a Stitch. It's great.
We're all doctors.
except the one guy that
Yeah.
plays a scoundrel.
Doctor?
'Cause There's always
Doctor?
gotta be a
Doctor?
scoundrel.
Doctor.
Yes.
Yeah. 4 doctors and a scoundrel.
So, you guys are going to Rin. Question 1. How do you guys get out of Iota into Rin?
Well, first I contact Tatsuki and tell her what I'm doing, and I probably talk with her for hours, and I'm like rolling around on like screen and everything, and tell her that I'll be back soon once I clear out our wanted levels, blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I hit the switch button to switch to a cleared up ship.
Knots
Not
does
wanted.
absolutely nothing because the I don't know, I just work here thing has worked way too many times for Knots before.
Different ship identity, go.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Yeah, you guys still have a clean ship identity, so I think you're okay there.
Yeah, it's not like our other one got clocked because the thing it was on got destroyed, and then the ship that clocked it got destroyed.
That's true. You very much destroyed that a lot.
Yeah,
But
that ship identity is fine.
I mean, and at the same
I would
time, well,
argue that would make it worse, but
Well, they wouldn't know is the thing.
you did save all of those people though, and they
Yeah.
have some kind of a clue as to what that ship was.
Okay, fine.
I'm sure
Fine,
even
that
though
makes
some of them were
sense.
innocent, they don't give a fuck that we saved them.
No, they don't.
Wise confidence,
mean-
go.
Okay, wise confidence it is. Yeah, you head out to Warren, and you can easily pick up Stacy Weathers. She has a cute little blonde bob, and hips. That's really all you need to know. She's wearing, reporter, business casual, and has a little recording drone that hovers over her shoulder.
Did she
Greetings,
bring
I'm
a
Captain Maneki.
important question? Did she bring like a spacesuit with her or anything? Because we're going to Baftoma.
I mean, yeah, she's got like a designer spacesuit. She's not
Okay.
wearing it; it's like in her bag.
Why
And
does she have it?
her bag is like, it looks exactly like a suitcase, but it like kind of hovers along behind her.
Is she like a beat reporter or like a big time like galactic news outlet reporter?
She's an ace reporter, it says.
Yeah, she's an ace reporter. She follows the hottest leads and gets the
She's gonna get
Highest
the
bidder.
scoop.
scoopiest scoops.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, back to the scene. Sorry, Maneki.
Captain Maneki.
I'm Captain Maneki.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Maneki. So you're going to be in charge of getting me safely to these coordinates on Baftama.
That's
And, like, she hands you a piece of paper.
an actual piece of paper.
Yeah, like actual
What
paper.
are this?
What archaic?
I've seen this artwork before. I read it.
Yeah, I mean, it's instructions on where on Baftama you need to go.
Well, this can be done. Are you expecting any sort of trouble, or is this just standard procedure?
Oh, the normal sort of trouble you can expect on Baftama, which means really anything. Obviously, there's the weather, but there's been rumors of unsavory folks that hole up there, and a lone woman by herself. And she, like, strikes a overly dramatic pose. And then she's like, and of course, like, her hover drone, like, scoots out a little bit and, like, does a couple of shots of the overly dramatic pose.
Just candid shots.
Yeah. And, so, yeah, she's like, it's just not safe. But,
Don't worry about it. We'll take care of it.
Rest assured, my crew is composed almost entirely of veterans.
Of what?
Veterans.
What's that mean? Oh, never mind. I got you.
Was that-
I want that to be in
I
character.
feel like that's a very Knots thing.
it is a very Knots thing.
So, the thing about Knots right now is I haven't played anything to Knots because I kind of want Knots to be a womanizing asshole to her. But I also kind of don't want that to be the case. Oh no.
Maybe not.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so what I want to know is this sounds a lot like it's going to be a transport job of getting her safely there and back out again. Yeah?
Yeah, I suppose so. That is the job, is transportation, so, and we are here to provide. And we have the coordinates. We have the means.
And the technology.
Yeah, it
Mm-hmm.
should be. Hopefully,
It's not-
wink, it should be an easy job.
Yeah.
It's definitely a milk run. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. It's
No problem.
I mean, if it was a milk run, Stacy wouldn't come to us. Let's be real.
Wait, so we're playing EVE Online now?
It'll take us 5 years, but yes.
So, basically, you guys like lay out the map, and you can go over a couple of different routes. You realize that the location is like in a steep canyon, and you're not going to be able to get the ship inside of it. But there's a couple of different.
Says you.
I mean, it physically will not fit. But there's a couple of different approaches. So, you can land and then outside of like this cavern complex, and then go through the caverns to like the back entrance.
Would it fit a shuttle? Since we have a shuttle.
Yes, that was going to be my next thing. Or you can fly through this cavern complex or canyon complex with the shuttle, which is probably going to be faster but significantly more dangerous.
Have faith in Krieg.
I guess a big question that'll help determine it for me as a player is how breathable is the air in this cavern complex considering we're on Baftoma?
Not very.
Yeah, so we'd all have to be in spacesuits. So it's either all of us are in spacesuits or all of us are in the shuttle.
Yes. Probably
Shuttle,
all of you are
shuttle.
in spacesuits in the shuttle.
Yeah.
Probably.
We're probably going to be in spacesuits. I mean, I say all of us, and then I'm like, we probably need a person to stay back at the ship regardless of what happens, so it doesn't get, like, you know, hijacked by pirates or something.
We should probably invest in an AI soon. Also shields.
Also shields.
So I don't have any strong opinions either way. I think doing the shuttle might be potentially better, but also it could be a thing of we crash the shuttle and then we have to walk anyway.
And then we need to find
I
a way
think
to
this
get
might
back to our
depend on-
ship.
I do have complete confidence in our pilot, but I think another factor might be if our reporter here is comfortable taking a risky route. Do you I float up to her and I like start like levitating like upside down? Do you live for danger, or would you rather be safer?
I didn't get the title of ace reporter by taking the easy way. You can get me there faster with the shuttle? Let's do it.
Knots is like all of a
The
sudden.
sooner I get the story, the sooner it gets out there.
I flip over and doggy paddle or kitty paddle to Krieg. Yep, you heard her.
Yeah, alright. Full steam ahead.
Knots is like
Cool.
next to her face all of a sudden, just looking at her, and says, "Don't you just want to go, you shit?" And then like disappears.
Into event.
Yeah, pretty much. Has nothing to do with anything going on right now, but yes.
The little drone snaps some pictures of you disappearing into the vent. You know, as you do. Let's whip up a engagement roll and then take a break.
Yeah.
Engagement roll.
Engagement roll.
Engagement
So,
roll.
the detail is obviously taking the shuttle through the cavern, Canyon complex. Words. Is this operation particularly bold or daring?
Yes,
I mean, we're
Yes.
running through the
It
canyon
is.
with the ship, so yes, I feel like it is.
With the shuttle, not the ship.
Oh, yes. Sorry.
Still. Is this operation overly complex or contingent on many factors?
Not really.
Not really. Does the plan's detail expose a vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're weakest?
Does it?
I mean, that's hard for us to say.
Not really. Is the target strongest against this approach, or do they have particularly defenses or special preparations? Yes.
Did Stacy tell us who we were like going to meet or anything, or is she still keeping that a secret from us?
I think she gave you a name, but it doesn't mean anything to you.
Okay, cool.
Excuse me. Can any of your friends or contacts help? I mean, you're doing this for Stacy, so she doesn't count in this case, but is there anybody else you want to reach out to before you hit Boftama?
I don't have any friends who are like pirates or anything.
Would
I don't have any
Garbo-
friends. Sorry, would what?
Garbo's kind of like a shady scrapper, but I,
I
don't
mean-
think Garbo's in this system. I forget what system Garbo exists in.
Iota, if I
I
remember
have a
correctly.
scoundrel contact I haven't used yet. If we want
Ooh.
to reach out to
Yeah.
somebody.
Who would you like that to be?
Well,
How can they help you?
what did we need the scoundrel type for, Saint?
The fact that we're gonna be on Baftoma, and Baftoma, generally the only people who go to Baftoma are people who are trying to hide from other people, because there's nothing there.
Maybe they could help get us in, sneak us through whatever. Is what's on Baftoma? I'm trying to remember.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Literally nothing.
Literally nothing.
Oh,
Literally nothing.
why would-
It is an exploited husk, is literally what Baftoma is.
Oh, we probably don't need somebody to help us then.
Could do.
I thought it was. I don't know why I was thinking it was the cove.
You could.
No.
They could have. They could have like. They could provide maybe some
Oh.
scale maps of the terrain.
I'll save them. I'll save them if we ever end up at the cove, because that would be a better place to fit them in. I can't think of a reason we'd need somebody in Baftoma. Like, the map is a good idea, but that wouldn't be like, well, let's have this scoundrel who has a map.
You never know.
Yeah, like, it's not a bad idea. I just feel like if we take a job for pirates, I could be like, here's this scoundrel. Save him.
Yeah, sounds good.
And so that. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna ask who wants to fly the shuttle and who wants to fly the ship.
I can fly the shuttle.
Oh, we should also do load before we finish.
I
with
feel
the
like we should
engagement.
let Krieg fly the shuttle because we're going to need some really.
I should probably fly the shuttle, yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'll fly the ship. Where, you guys want to just leave me behind on this one? Like,
Why would we leave you behind?
'Cause the ship
we're
was
not
in a
going to-
different place?
We're not going to leave the ship unattended, are we?
No.
I mean, I have no problem with doing that, but like, you guys don't seem to want to.
That sounds like a bad idea.
The ship may not be able to fit in the cannon, but it can still provide air support.
Yeah, I'll just fly in a surveillance style, whatever, I guess.
Well, someone else should be up in the. Someone else should be aboard the shuttle as well.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Where are you going to be?
Well, if I am on the shuttle, I can use my powers to defend us. If I am on the ship, I can assist in any support through the ship by talking to it.
It's up to you, Maneki. Crow, are you going with the report? Are you going with Ms. Weather?
I should definitely be on the shuttle.
Oh, right.
Dr. Sam, I think you should be on the ship as well with your abilities.
I mean, I would be no help at all on the ship.
Fair enough. Then I will go with the shuttle. We'll have our mostly military crew there and leave you and well, the ship in your and not capable appendages.
It's
I think
just
you both have pause.
It's just a milk run after all. We shouldn't need to worry about any trouble. And that's probably where we should take our break. Just like, it's just a milk run. There's nothing to worry about.
Right.
Fine.
Exactly.
Should we do the roll before
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're looking at
Roll.
we're looking at
unless there's rivals or some like other situational thing.
Yeah, there is some other situational stuff. So let's say 1 die.
Okay. I'm not rolling. I did the engagement roll last time.
But you did so well.
Not just rolling,
I'll
just
roll.
staying on the
We're just
ship.
rolling fortune, right?
Yeah, 1 die.
All
Fortune.
right, let's do it.
I think it's a Kriegerman. Oh, it's Crow's taking it.
Crow's gonna do it.
6.
That's a
Four.
4.
It's a 4.
That's not bad.
We've done worse.
You're like, if I shout 6 loud enough, will they not?
Right?
They won't check.
The dice
right?
god shall hear me.
All right, we're going to come back to a risky situation after this break.
It's just a milk run. What's the worst that could happen? We come
Right?
back to a risky situation. All right. So yeah, everybody, we're gonna take our break. Get up, stretch, grab some water, stay hydrated, all of that fun stuff. We will be back shortly for more Rocksteady. I almost said packet loss, but I caught myself. We said it too many times this episode.
Just FYI.
What? Oh yeah. Should we establish loads?
I mean, I'm going medium.
I'm
Normal.
gonna be light.
Yeah, normal. Sorry.
Alrighty, we'll be back soon.
I just sneezed and I think my brain popped a little bit.
You had a braingasm?
Nah, just a sneeze and my brain went dirt. Rhys, did you see Magic Arena's on mobile now? Or it's in early access for Android users.
Oh. I am hype.
Yeah, I'm installing it right now. We'll see how it goes.
I will do so as well. Good heads up. I don't see it on here.
I got it in an email shaming me for how much Magic I played between the release of Zendikar and now.
Nice.
Which was actually quite a lot, because I did a lot of Kaladesh drafts too, even though they were out of format. I only really play limited anymore anyway, so like... The only time I really have fun with Magic is like the week the sets come out.
I mean, Kaldheim just came out, so...
Yeah, Kaldheim
You should
drops
forward me
tomorrow.
the email, because I might be able to get to the site through it.
Yeah, give me a second.
That would be pretty dupes.
Nerds doing nerd stuff.
I'm back whenever we're ready to be back.
Welcome back.
I am ready.
I think most of us are back. I say as Shae gets up.
Oh.
Right.
Oh.
We'll wait a minute. She's blowing her nose. Saint's back.
I
You did.
guess.
Oh, hold on. Okay, I got the signal we're good, so we'll bring it back. Hello! We've returned.
Whoa.
Everything's fine. Don't worry about it.
It's definitely a milk run.
It's definitely a milk run.
We're not all gonna die. That was last mission.
That was last mission. Yeah, we actually almost was just like, that's where it ends.
We almost considered just being like, wow, maybe that's the end of Rocksteady, because Roll's
looked
gonna come a lot worse.
Yeah.
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 Actually, I think that was like
the-
2 weeks in a row because like the crash almost put everyone out too.
I think that is the
Oh, that's
closest-
true, actually.
That is the closest I've ever gotten to death in a Forge in the Dark game that is not Band of Blades.
I mean, Band of
You're
Blades,
welcome?
You're not almost about to be dead at any given moment. Are you really playing Band of Blades right
To be fair, one of my characters died because I rolled poorly on a resist roll. So like, because I rolled poorly and they got a trauma, and in Band of Blades, when you get your last trauma, your character dies.
Yeah.
Do not
Yep.
pass go.
I played one session with Rhys and Shae, actually, and my character misfired a musket while cleaning it while we were trying to sneak up on a band of other bad guys. So that was fun.
Why were you cleaning a musket while sneaking up?
We were
on
at camp.
people?
It was like a multiple day scouting thing.
okay.
It was on the opening mission of all things.
Yeah, that too.
So yeah, they
Big
were
move.
doing the blow up the bridge mission, and Outro. I think you had a lot of bad rolls on that one.
I also was the
Yeah, I
only
remember that.
complete red shirt. I was playing. What are they called? Like
Rookies.
Yeah, he was just a,
Rookies.
yeah, he was just
I
a
was
rookie.
playing a rookie too, so it was just great.
Playing a rookie on the opening mission of Bandit Blades game is quite literally giving the Legion a disadvantage because it means you start with one less specialist.
Yeah, fair.
As I found out when I played, and I was like, oh, that's why you do the starting mission, because you will never play another mission where you'll play all the specialists again at the same time.
Yep.
But anyway,
Anyways,
Anyway.
let's have bad rolls here instead of in the
let's
past.
be bad.
Would
I mean,
you like to
good
be on the
guys.
guns or the helm?
So, there's that epic like pod racer sequence as you guys are like flying through these tight canyons with like twists and turns and like loops over of stuff. And even if you were flying at a reasonable speed, which because you're Krieg, I'm assuming you're not, it would still be fairly dangerous to navigate this. It's a little bit of a tight
You
fit
say
for the
that, but I have to remind you that I have reckless.
I know what I was saying.
Okay. Yes. Then I do very careful barrel rolls.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, barrel roll.
I very carefully speed.
Mm-hmm.
So it sounds to me like you'd like to make a helm roll here to successfully navigate these canyons.
Hell yeah. I want to do it flashy, too.
Okay. Yeah.
Listen, there's a police reporter in
nice
here that
job
needs warning.
ensuring that experience point.
Okay. So I think that this approach is going to be something that's going to take multiple rolls to get through. I think it's going to be a 4 clock. And that standard effect on this is going to be 2 ticks on that clock.
Do we get our gambits, by the way?
Oh, shoot. You sure do.
Yeah, and we have Crow with us. Give us that extra.
Give us
3 gambits.
Risky, so when we get our crits, get more gambits.
Yeah,
Yep.
gambits.
Gambits. There you go.
Alright, I'm definitely not going to do Leaf on the Wind this early. I could.
Come on.
Alright, Saint talked me into it. I'm going to do it.
That's all it took.
It's my arm, why don't you?
I was just waiting for somebody to give me a reason.
I will always encourage people to leave on the wind.
Yeah, exactly. So I will go ahead and push that. Can I also... how can I make this desperate? I'm going to trade effects. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you can trade position for effect here. I think you can definitely go faster, make this more dangerous, but have better effect, and you'll make it through with,
Krieg,
less rolls.
do not crash Link's shuttle.
Oh,
Just Link is walking down a hallway and it's just like, my heart!
No!
Alright. So trading that with Leaf on the Wind.
Desperate Extreme.
Desperate Extreme.
You don't even need it. It's overkill for this. Actually, no, it isn't, because it normally doesn't have any ticks, right? Or...
yeah, it does not actually have any ticks.
Yeah, so complete in one roll.
I just copied I just copied the clock, so.
Ah,
So,
cool.
I took my stress.
Can I assist by monitoring the situation from above and relaying information from what we see higher up?
Yeah, I think so.
Alright. I will spin the stressful.
Your comms rank 3 with long range scanners. I think that
just feeds that information into the.
You could have access to that kind of information to help out with. Yeah.
All right. We don't want to waste a gambit yet, right?
It's not a waste. Gambits are there to be used.
All right, we are not wasting a gambit.
I can generate gambits too, so
well, there we go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use one then. That's all the convincing I need. And thank goodness because we got a 6.
There you go.
Woo! Get that XP.
Yep.
All right. With extreme effect, that'll fill your clock.
Done.
Yeah.
Oh, did it?
There you go.
And I add in a little sly flourish so that when the barrel roll happens, the ace reporter moves out of her seat and has to be caught by Crow. Wink. He's not just a pilot; he's also a wingman.
If you're gonna do that, Crow is totally throwing up like a peace sign. It's like, take the picture. Yeah.
Yep.
You definitely get a picture taken by the drone, 100%.
Like upside down on the ship, you know.
I think Dr. Sang is going to be the person who, while everybody else is like, it's so fun to race around at high speed, they're sitting like strapped and just being like, I hate this with every fiber of my being.
Flying. He's just bones. He's just like, I hate all of this.
They don't like it. Not a fan.
We made it in one piece. It's fine. Personally, I thank Link for making such an awesome shuttle.
She'll see it later.
So you guys go through this amazing swooshing of this navigation of the canyons, and there's the fantastic wingman move of Stacy Weathers falling across Crow's lap and them getting the pictures, and then you land the shuttle in front of a McDonald's.
Oh,
I mean, it looks vaguely like a fast food restaurant, but it's like completely empty, dilapidated, but it's entirely out of place. Like at the bottom of the canyon, there's nothing else around. The lights are off, but there's like glass windows and like a big old little sign.
So Crow definitely looks at her and is like, did she really hire us to get some fast food?
And Mineka's just like up in the sky, like, what kind of ancient ruins are these?
Just Dr. Sang is unstrapped and like looks through the window, just like trying to see what the name is. Just like, Dietrich's? What?
Stacey Weathers puts on, or has, I guess, probably already had on by this point, her designer spacesuit, exclusively created by that one, not the fashion designer, but the Flashbulb's other friend that made that, spacesuit.
Yeah, who lives on Injury, whose name I don't remember the top of my head. I know yeah. Oh gosh, they're one of the mechanics' contact, or one of the pilot's contacts. Anyway,
doesn't matter. The point is that it's one of those kinds of like fashion spacesuits, and she like has some kind of. She's like sprayed something all over her drone, which apparently, like if you ask her about it or if you know anything about mechanics, is supposed to help weatherproof it against a limited atmosphere. Anyway, she's gonna step out and head over to this not McDonald's, and she tells the rest of you to keep a lookout. You never know what's going to happen. It shouldn't be long.
I will follow her as close as she'll let me, and then kind of keep a lookout after that.
I'll watch the scanners.
Because I really don't like her going off on her own.
Yeah, she lets you walk with her up to the door.
Mm-hmm.
But then she stops at the door and she says, I promised you I'd come alone. At least inside the building. You can see me. And like she kind of gestures where you can see inside there is a man. He looks to be kind of an older man, and he definitely looks like he has seen some shit, as the saying goes. And yeah, so she trying to see if I actually had a description of him, but I'll find out in a second. But she says, I'll be inside. You can see us both. He promised he'd answer my questions. It shouldn't take more than an hour.
Crow will give her a signal to like come in just in case.
I'm sure you guys like discussed something about that before, so yeah, totally.
So then he'll just kind of keep an eye out after that.
Okay, cool. So who sets up where for this while this interview is taking place?
I'm gonna be watching the scanners.
Mineki will keep the ship higher up, but ready to dive if needed. Knots, do you want to be on guns in case if anything goes down? Or do you want me to?
Knots?
Oh, I'm sorry. I totally missed that. I was zoning out. What did you say, Mineki?
Did you want to be on the guns, or would you rather be at the helm in case something happens?
I think I'd rather fly. I don't think we should be firing the guns from the ship.
Mineki will hop out of the seat. Alright. I trust your abilities.
I hop into the seat and I don't know, do a Top Gun pose or something.
Put on some aviators.
Exactly.
As you do.
Dr. Singh doesn't really have anything to do right now. Like, I guess, like, here's the thing. I say military training, but they were a surgeon. So, like, there's limits to that. Also, they deserted. So, I guess, like, they're just gonna stay near the shuttle. Like, they're gonna get in their spacesuit, because if things go down, they should be able to get outside. But, like, they don't really have anything else to do currently. I'm gonna mark the spacesuit. So they're just waiting for shit to go down, if it does.
While we are waiting, Crow will look at Kree and just say, like, hey, Kree, while I'm keeping an eye on her, can you just check the area real quick? Make sure nobody's hiding out?
Yeah, absolutely. He just kind of, like, taps the scanner that he's at.
Yeah, totally.
Buttons.
All right. So I found I did not already have a description for this character, that she's interviewing. So I'm making an executive decision that it is imagine Jason Statham when he's 80.
Excellent.
I'm into it.
Ancient Statham, cool.
Ancient Statham. Exactly.
Wow.
Okay. So yeah, he is a dignified older gentleman sitting there at one of these like kitschy fast food restaurant tables that is made out of like processed plastic. And again, the lights are off. These tables are like bolted to the floor, and there looks like there's still some like counters in the back, but like there's no refrigerators, there's no like most of the appliances and anything that could be moved has been moved. Pretty much only things left are the stuff that is literally bolted to the ground.
There's still a cage with colorful orbs in it.
Yes. Because nobody wanted to touch those. Let's be honest. So yeah, she goes inside and sits down, and her little like drone hovers around to get some good stuff, and she's got out like a notepad and begins her interview. You guys can't hear what she's saying. I mean, unless you put forth effort.
Unless we tick spy equipment?
If you want to check some spy equipment, absolutely.
I don't. I don't care.
I'm gonna take the spy equipment too, since I'm watching the
Okay.
sensors. Let's be spies.
So she's interviewing this man who has been is someone actually listening to this conversation or not? That was the question. I think it did not clearly get answered.
Maneki's nosy.
Yeah, she is. Sorry, go ahead.
I think it's probably just Maneki, because Dr. Seng just doesn't care. Like, they're here for a job, and like this, like, especially with how like Cloak and Dagger it's kind of been, it's like, yeah, he doesn't want us like to be with her when he's talking. Just like hear about when it comes out.
Yeah, that's fair. This guy's name is apparently Nova Echo, or maybe that was his handle. It seems he's retired, but as the conversation goes on, you think he might be a retired assassin.
Oh, that's neat.
It's just starting to get interesting when Krieg, you notice something on your scanners. It's too large and way too fast for it to be a person. But it's also it's definitely coming up as organic. It doesn't seem to be like a vehicle of some sort. It's fast approaching, and like you can now see like down like along the line of the canyon at the far side, there's like a smoke cloud of something has kicked up a lot of dust.
Can I try and use the sensors to get a clearer picture of what it is?
Oh yeah, you can try, yeah.
Probably study, huh? I don't think.
Yeah.
I can if I can detect the same thing, I can also make a study.
I don't think you can detect that and also eavesdrop on the conversation.
Fair enough.
Would they be able to assist, since they're watching from the main ship, and they can be like, I can see it from this angle too?
Yeah, with comms maybe. If he's like I'm picking up something on the
Do you
ground.
see what I see? Yes, confirm. Would that work?
So yeah, if you're like, hey, are you seeing this? Maneki, you can spend distress to find out, but you'll miss part of the conversation, which is fine because then I don't have to talk to myself.
Okay.
Okay. Would the spy gear add anything to this, or no? I don't know. I don't know why I asked that. That seems like a silly thing. We were using that to listen in on them. Okay, so I just have Maneki's help then. What's our position effect for this?
I'm gonna say it's still risky. I think it's probably gonna be standard. Yeah, risky standard. I think that's what we're looking at.
And the 1 bonus die. All right, let's see what we get. Bloop. 5.
All right. So you do it, but you don't have as much time as you might have liked between, calming up to Maneki and trying to adjust the sensors. The image becomes clear just moments before you realize the dust cloud is upon you. And inside of the dust cloud, you see, like, half a dozen people riding on more or less velociraptors.
Oh.
Oh.
That's all Krieg says is just, oh.
Are they like chickens?
Technically.
The people are all wearing like spacesuits, but the velociraptor / chicken / chocobo have like a thin little mask across the holes in their beaks, and then it goes down and around, and then like right at the base of their neck, right before the like saddle horn, there's like a little air tank.
Okay.
Looks like trouble.
Suddenly dino chickens.
Retro.
Yeah, Dr. Sanctus was just like, what?
There are some folks coming real fast, and
Crow, should we go outside and intercept
So
them,
I
maybe?
will.
Crow, weren't you already outside?
Yes.
Weren't
Oh yeah, you
standing around?
were. Yeah, never mind. I don't
Yeah.
say that.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I'm standing outside the place where the reporter went in.
Yeah. So right around the same time that Krieg comes on comms and is like, "There's some people coming," you've seen like up ahead in the distance, further down the canyon, there's like a cloud of dust that's been kicked up, and as he mentions that to you, you realize that cloud of dust has gotten close enough that it's almost on top of you. It's like the edge of the dust cloud is like kicking up against the other side of the building. So you got a moment to react before a bunch of dino riders come out at you.
Yeah,
Or
so like
how to-
I will immediately like head into the building and yell like, "We've got incoming!" and like start waving her towards me.
Ooh. Okay.
Because number one, I can take cover in the building and more easily fire at them, and number two, I need to keep her safe.
Okay. I think as soon as you open the door, before you even say we've got incoming, smoke bomb and the old man assassin disappears in a cloud of smoke inside of the building. And you hear a thud.
So I have shoot first. So
Okay.
can I actually hit him before he goes? Because I got a thing.
Normally, yes, but he would also have shoot first as a assassin,
Your
but
blaster
also
rounds
he's
collide.
like 80. So I think you probably got him being, half his age.
It's very
So-
dry 80.
So what are you trying to do to him when
So basically, like, I want to shoot the hand before he's
Before
able
he-
to do anything. Yeah.
before he drops the smoke bomb?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't know if he's part of whatever nonsense this is, but I don't want him getting away one way or the other because the reporter needs to talk to him. So
Finish your interview.
that's right.
This is gonna be desperate.
That's fine.
I think it's limited because I think like you can hit him and it might hurt him, but like that's gonna make the spoke drop anyway. It just won't deploy correctly. You know what I mean?
Well, no, I want to shoot him before he can activate it. Like, he's got to do something to make it work, right?
Right, but I'm like
So,
saying
if I
like
see him reaching, I want to shoot him before he can get to.
it's more it's less like reaching, more like you know, flick your wrist to have it drop down from a sleeve holder. It's definitely a movement and you could definitely notice it, but like I'm saying, he would have it in his hand.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
how
not
about
shattering.
this?
What was going on?
Instead of targeting his hand, what I'd like to do is I would like to use my grappling hook to try to grapple the smoke bomb.
Okay, I think that that's still desperate, but I think you can give yourself a standard effect to be able to do that, yeah. Because like I said, normally with your shoot first, you would 100% be first. There wouldn't be a question. But because he's an incredibly skilled assassin, the only reason you've got a one-up on him is your age.
Mm-hmm.
And if it was anybody else, he would already be gone.
Let me make sure I have all my ducks in a row here. So I'm doing scrap. I'm doing desperate, standard. Okay. So I'm going to use a gambit.
Okay.
I'm going to push myself.
I don't think there's any way I can help here.
There's not.
Yeah, nobody's near me, unfortunately. I am going to use my Daredevil,
Okay.
which gives me +1, and I don't get the Desperate XP, which is fine.
Okay.
And my shoot first also gives me a +1.
Yes.
So that's a crit. So we get that gambit back.
Yeah, you do. Dang.
7 dice, jeez.
Yep, that's how we roll, folks.
So, yeah, he stands up and flicks the smoke bomb into his hand in the same moment before he can activate the smoke bomb or take a further step. Crow has shot it straight out of his hand, like with the little grapple hook, pulled it over to him and stopped it from activating. And and that's where you're like, sit down and finish your interview or whatever.
Basically, I basically tell him, like, you're not going anywhere. I don't know what. So, like, I basically just say you're not going anywhere because I don't have time for the rest of that. But what I will do is I will take the smoke bomb and I will throw it out front, so they have to walk through the smoke to get to him. And then I will find some cover, and I'll get over comms and I'll be like, I'm taking cover. We have a smoke bomb out front, so they should have to come through the smoke to get to us.
Okay.
I look at the guy when I'm going over to the reporter, and I'm like, "Is this you? Like, are these people yours?"
Yeah, and then he looks out the other window away from where you came in from and sees, and you see what is in this smoke cloud as a gang of people in like anime style skin tight bubble head spacesuits and riding dino chickens with little like rebreathers on. Comes into view, and you realize a flaw in your plan, which is there's another door, like there's a side door that they could easily come in instead of
that's
the
fine, but
front.
that stops them from coming in. Like, I would
True.
rather have them coming in one door than both doors. So
Very true. Very true.
I think gonna do a gonna try to pull a gambit here. Of get off the ship, put already be wearing recognizable medic garb.
Of course.
And just like walk through the smoke, like be in the smoke cloud when they like in the dust cloud and the smoke cloud, and they just see Dr. Sang standing there, just like waiting.
Okay. Yeah.
They're gonna talk
more powerful than we thought.
They're gonna talk to them and just be like, "You don't want to be here." Like medical emergency bullshit going on. Yeah. So.
Yeah, and I think that you're like you want to be here, and then they're like you don't want to be here, and then you're like medical emergency bullshit, and they're like you're about to have a medical emergency.
Your face is
God,
about
they
to
must
have medical emergency.
They must think they're so
okay,
smart.
fine. You get the space clap.
Yeah, I think it's gonna.
And that's where they scratch their crotch really noticeably, and they're like too late.
Yeah, it's just like, do you know what's in there?
I think the lackeys in the gang kind of all like look at each other and kind of laugh a little bit, like, you know, nudge nudge. He thinks we don't know what's in there, and the obvious leader, he's wearing a different colored hat on top of his spacesuit, because you know that's what you do. Is you wear hats on top of spacesuits. I'm sorry, I think I've neglected to mention this, but in my mind's eye, they've all been wearing cowboy hats while riding these dinosaurs.
I love it.
Of course they have.
Gotta clarify that.
Are they all black cowboy hats?
I mean, no, they're mostly brown cowboy hats, and only this guy has a black cowboy hat.
Only the leader has the black. Good.
There you go. There you go. That's how you do it.
That's how you know he's a leader.
Anyway, yeah, so the leader, like, kind of looks you up and down, and his dino chicken, like, you know, scratches the ground with its huge velociraptor claw, and, like, kind of impatiently. And he's like, he points into the building, and he's like, "In there's not just one, but two bounties. You're gonna stand out of our way, and we're gonna collect."
There are no bounties in there, only one very, very dangerous biological weapon. And none of us want to deal with that. So,
Gabe is crow.
the best thing you can do, and
They interrupt you again, and they're like, "What do you think these are, if not biological weapons?" They're dino chickens.
do you want all of your flesh?
I love this guy.
You want all of your skin ripped off your flesh? Is that what you want? Do you want to die in a horrible fashion?
His wrist is like, "Oh, is it Tuesday already?"
Do you want space contagion? That's how you get space contagion.
Right?
I also don't think you want to deal with the Guild of Engineers.
Yeah, this guy is like,
I don't think he's smart enough for you to
this guy's like, he's like, "Do you represent the guild then? Like, you?"
I represent the Lollipop Guild.
just like, does this uniform must mean nothing to you?
Yeah, I think he looks at it a little bit more closely. And so, are you telling me that it's recognizably a Guild of Engineers?
No, it's just recognizably like because of how recognizable medical garb is described as like the hegemonic symbol and all of that.
Sure.
Sang is bullshitting the like they're part of the guild or anything like that, but they're trying to intuit to this person like, you don't want to be here. There's like bad shit that I have been sent here to clean up and you haven't.
Yeah, this guy is not buying it. He does not respect doctors. Like,
that's the important
Wow.
thing. Good. Good.
he
Fine.
doesn't.
Good. Then I know exactly what Sang's gonna do, because Sang is just like, oh, you don't respect doctors, and they know how this sort of group works. There's always this sort of group. They're gonna shoot the leader.
All right.
Command respect. Shoot the leader.
All right. Yeah. Yeah.
I see no flaws with that logic.
This sounds a lot like
Crow would do. Crow approves.
Scrap? Yes.
This action is Crow approved.
Are you attempting to kill the leader? Is that the plan?
All the leader has to do is be knocked off the Velociraptor. That's the only important thing here. All they have to do is be knocked out or knocked off the Velociraptor. Those are the only important things.
I think this is going to be desperate, but I think it's going to be standard effect for you to at least knock him off his Velociraptor.
All right. Question.
Yeah.
If I push it, can I just kill him? Push for effect.
Yeah. Yeah,
okay.
you could.
Because I'm gonna do that.
Sure.
What's Devil's Bargain here?
You get stampeded by his Velociraptor one way or another.
All right, fair enough. That Velociraptor was being very impatient.
It was. Cool. That's
Yeah.
gonna be damage, BT dubs.
Yeah, you know. Let's see. Yeah, fuck it, I'll take it. What level harm would it be?
I'm gonna say it's gonna be. I'm gonna say that it is level 3 harm, but it's only because your spacesuit has been punctured. So
I see.
you can easily push yourself to like hold a hand over the puncture or do something to.
I mean, I have patch, so that's like not the worst thing in the world. Okay, yeah. Okay, space shoot rupture. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm cool with that. Fuck this guy. And I'm gonna use a gambit.
Sure, definitely go for it.
And that's 2 bonus dice. Yeah, 2. That's a crit.
All the
Wow.
crits. We just crit everywhere.
You tell me what this looks like. You still get stampeded by the bird that rips a hole in your spacesuit, but
Right.
you can tell me whatever you want about.
I actually have a thing. Instead of getting trampled, I have another thing. That's
Yeah.
Is still getting the space will still get ripped, but it's the guy's just like looking at his glass like, hey, is this Tuesday yet? And yeah, as he looks back, Sang just like pulls out a pistol, shoots him. Velociraptor goes off, rips part of the spacesuit. They put like their foot in the, what is it called, stirrup, and get onto the Velociraptor and just like look at the crew and just like,
yes,
like I said, biological weapon, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, you have the position now to make a command roll with that to get them to get out of here.
Good.
Also, we're totally taking this raptor chicken back with us.
Of course you are.
That is awesome.
You have narrated yourself into a controlled position.
Good. Excellent.
That's how
I think you've got
do.
standard effect, which is them leaving.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. I need to push myself in order to do this. Because I do not have time to doctor myself. Not yet. I'll do that. I'll do that later.
I can also assist.
Yeah.
Oh, how do you assist me?
I just kind of like, do I hear what's going on out there?
I mean, they're having a shouting match outside of a McDonald's. Have you ever stepped in a
So
McDonald's
this is normal.
and heard a shouting match in the parking lot?
So I think like from inside, Crow is just gonna be like, "Would you get them out of here already? It's terrible inside."
Perfect.
Spend your stress.
I was gonna say like if you didn't do that, I can't do that now, but I was gonna say like if you didn't assist, I was gonna have like the ship like descend out of the clouds and Maneki just talk over the intercom like like I usually prefer space fish, but I think I can eat chicken too.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna spend a gambit on the other gambit on this too, because gambits are meant to be spent.
Mm-hmm.
So this is controlled standard, right? Okie dokie. 2 bonus dice.
All the 6s tonight, folks.
That is a 666. That is a crit.
Wow.
That is 2 crits in a row.
In a row. Holy shit.
Nice.
They decide to like join our crew. They're like, please, Dr. Sang, become our new leader. We will do whatever you say, sir.
I'm down to be the leader of this gang of Velociraptor boys. Like, can I have one of them as a contact now? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Okay,
You
cool.
definitely. Hold on. It's gotta be like this. One of them, like, instead of just turning around, like, rides up to you and like hands you a like card with his like number on it or something, and it's like I'm Hex, call me, and like rides off into the sunset.
Hex
That's a pretty baller move to like just cap the leader, jump up on their mount, and be like,
yeah.
do something, you know?
Hex a gangster? What would you describe him? Okay. Cool.
I mean, he's technically a bounty hunter, actually.
Oh, he's a bounty hunter. Okay. Oh, perfect. Oh, yeah, there's just a bunch of bounty hunters. Cool. Yeah.
It's like, I'm Hex, and I always respect my doctors.
I am definitely going to make a long-term project to make them a cohort. Make Hex and crew a cohort.
I love it. Good.
We'll get to that part later. +1 Velociraptor. Can you describe Hex a little bit before we go? Just like.
Sure. Human. Yeah, him. Wears like a leather jacket. I want to say like.
Wait. He wears a leather jacket over their space.
Spandex.
Yes, hello. As well as a hat over his helmet. Were you paying attention?
I am happy with this guy.
Okay.
Skin tight, spacesuit, spandex, cowboy hat, leather jacket.
I'm the worst at names, so give me 1 sec while I IMDb this guy.
Which guy? I just have Anime F as one of his notes.
Correct. From the dark and gritty Sabrina reboot, Sabrina's cousin.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't watch that.
Oh, gosh, I already forgot. Ambrose.
Yes. What is the actor's name? Yeah, who fucking knows? Chance Partimo. I found it.
Ants
Yeah.
Permo.
That's a name.
That is a name.
Yeah.
How do you spell his last name?
Perdomo? Perdomo?
Perdomo.
Perdomo, okay.
There.
Chance Perdomo. I'll have to look up what he looks like.
He's a
Yeah.
handsome lad.
Mm-hmm.
And often,
Oh, and look, there's
often
wearing
is,
a leather jacket. There we go.
Oh
Here we
wow.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. I can totally see him this getup for sure.
90%
Yeah.
of his shots in Sabrina are either open shirted or shirtless, and I approve.
I can see why.
Right? There we go.
All right, cool. That's what I needed to know. All right, anyway, back to the subject at hand.
Yes. Anyway, so
This should not have worked.
you won 2 crits in a row.
I know.
And
That's why this.
Badass.
Work like yelling, run away in a cave and getting the 2 people that were there to murder you to run away with you? Yes, I know.
I mean, I was hoping the rest of us would be involved, but I guess me and Nod are just up there. What's your favorite food?
Yeah, I'm just kind of hanging out.
How's it going, guys?
All right. I mean, I think that the rest of the interview goes fairly tamely, and after Crow put this guy into his place, he finishes out the interview. And you guys head out. It is still very dangerous to get out of here, though. So unless you're going to take 100 years to go very, very slow, would you like to make me, would someone who is flying this shuttle, make some kind of risky standard roll in order to, whatever action you want to use? I don't care.
Is it just us flying away?
Yeah, I mean, like, it's still dangerous, and there's still, like, things that could jump out at you.
Well, we have 1 gambit left, so why don't we
do.
do this? Why don't we do this fast and loose, guys?
I assume we're
Okay.
leaving the assassin here, right?
Yeah, he is staying behind.
Cool. I just wanted to make sure.
I'll assist. I'll just say, all right, Nod, bring us a bit lower so we can pick them up.
All right, yeah. So I'm basically gonna just repeat the roll from last time. So I'm gonna shift and trade and do all the fun stuff.
Great. It's gonna be a gas.
Where does the effect end up? Is it gonna be on extreme again, or?
Yeah, I think so. I think it would. I think if you shift and trade and do all of those same things, it'll come out exactly the same.
Perfect. So then it'll be anybody assisting?
I am.
Maneki is.
He is. All right, cool. Bloop. There's another 6.
And 6.
Easy
All them
peasy.
6s.
All them 6s. It's not 3 in a row, but I still got it.
By the way, this time when she falls over, I totally plan a kiss on her cheek and give her a wink.
Aw.
Yeah, there is more casual twists and turns to Wingman for Crow.
She's duly impressed and flattered. Yeah, I think it's fairly straightforward for you guys to get out of there from there. And will only take a matter of time for you guys to get back to Warren.
Perfect.
So I think this is perfect. I think thanks Dr. Sang for
Thank you, Dr. Sang.
So Rin got us there perfectly and got us out of there perfectly.
That's true.
I stopped the interviewee from getting away perfectly, and Dr. Sai just like took over the show by capping the leader of the gang that was trying try to assassinate our 2 people, and then
Excuse
and
me,
made them
not
contacts.
assassinate.
Kidnap.
Kidnap.
Not and I are just hanging
Capture
out.
Detain?
Yes.
Wow. All right. Well, let's get a payoff here. So, this was a standard job. You guys got 6 cred for it, but it is legit. You're doing it for the hegemony, so you're going to get your bonuses for doing a legit job.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's talk heat. So, I'm going to say this was pretty smooth and quiet, mostly, except you killed a guy.
Yeah, they dead now.
I killed a guy. Saw that.
Yeah, I mean, like, he left his body out there in the sand.
Sarah was on Baptoma. Like, nobody's gonna find a problem.
I mean, it's not like he's going to decay. He's just going to sit there and, like, desiccate as all of the, become a mummy, basically. So yeah, I think we're looking at, it would be 3 heat, but you get -2 heat because this is a legal job, so just 1 heat. Which is a very low amount of heat.
Question: since it's 6 cred, we do have 2 upkeep.
Mm-hmm.
Are we gonna spend the money on the upkeep, or?
Yeah, I always spend the money on the upkeep if you can.
Fair. Yeah. Everybody can get 1 if somebody wants to take 1 of the cred from the ship. Which we only have 1 on the ship, but you know.
Well, you could pay 1 to everybody in the crew and 1 to the ship, and then take the 2 from the ship to pay for the ship's upkeep.
That's what I was thinking.
It's only 6, and we have 5 people.
Right, 5 people plus 1 on the ship equals.
Oh yeah, right.
2 on the ship.
I can do math. We were doing the same math, just
It's
in
the same
ways.
thing,
Yeah,
but
right.
you don't have to borrow from the ship to
Yeah,
pay
exactly.
somebody.
So what's the actual total then?
Everybody gets 1 and the ship gets fixed.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's -1 from the ship, but +1 to everybody
That's a
else.
bug,
Already
by
did
the
it.
way, so I can't give you 1.
Alright, so we get only 1 heat and Rin. Cool.
Cool.
Entanglement.
Ship trouble.
Oh no. Not again.
Yeah.
I feel like Notch just keeps duct taping everything. So Notch like duct tapes it, eventually the duct tape rips off and it breaks again.
It's the thing of Link had this ship in a certain way, and now Knots is doing it. Knots is like, Knots has their own way of doing it.
Exactly.
You know.
I gotta like rearrange the toolbox.
Yeah, exactly.
Why can I not open the Rocksteady's character sheet?
Oh,
Alright,
that's
there it is. It was just being dumb. Let's see. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
particle cannons.
Particle cannon by its toe.
Mm.
Ooh, it is your Nexus link.
Oh no!
Ouch.
Ugh.
We need the gerbs.
I think what happened is, as you guys were flying into Warren, there was like a malware advertisement that popped into your system, and now every time you try to open the Nexus link to view a job, there's like 8 million little pop-up ads that bloop, 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 bloop. You're gonna have to like do something
Yeah,
to
we
get
can
rid of
clear it
that.
out.
Yeah.
Knots.
Oh, this is annoying.
Click on the wall. I hear that helps.
Ah, fuck. And then I dive into trying to figure out what to do to fix it. A little bit.
It's gonna take a damn time of action and a dollar.
And $1.
Do you need
Well,
assistance?
a credit.
So I turn one of my stash into 2 cred, and then I
You have a cred.
But vice versa, it's 2 stash into 1 cred. But you should have 1 cred right now because everybody got a cred from the.
Oh,
job.
cool. Yeah, my bad.
I'm also willing to pay if we need to.
Fix the Nexus. Hooray.
Yeah, we need to fix that. That's how we get paid.
I mean, technically, anyone can take the downtime action and spend the cred to fix this.
I'll spend the credit if you don't want to.
I spent the cred already, so it's fine.
Does my level 3 harm go away because it was only the spacesuit?
Yes, it does.
Okay, cool.
It was only the spacesuit, so you're able to get that fixed up. We'll do the rest of downtime next time. Everybody mark down that you have downtime remaining.
Before we do that, I do want to ask one question for pre-downtime, because it's probably the thing I'm going to do. How long is the clock to make this bounty hunter crew a cohort?
I'll have to think about that, to be honest.
Sounds good.
So, since technically there is not cohort mechanics in this,
you could also just say it's not a thing, which is fine. I'll just do a different.
No, I'm fine with it being a thing.
We just need a bigger ship.
That too. I mean, they probably have their own ship. Like, it's not
They
a big
probably
deal.
do have their own ship. I'm
It is the
going
start
to
of
say that they
Maggie's
do
fleet.
have their own ship, but it's going to be 12 o'clock to convince them to
that's-
join you guys.
That's totally fine. I already did 1:12 o'clock.
There you go. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yep.
So you find out there's, you would probably find this out when you look at the card that Hex gave you. And that is their ship is called the Peacock.
Of course it is.
Peacock. Okay, cool. So make the Peacock a cohort.
We're gonna find out that Face has been bankrolling this crew.
Sounds legit, honestly.
Yeah, a little
That's
bit.
definitely something Face would do.
When I'm Emperor, everyone gets a hat over their space.
Yep.
Did we want to rush experience or save that with the downtime?
We've got 10 minutes.
We can do experience.
Alrighty.
Yeah, let's do it. So, Rocksteady, did you execute a successful extraction operation or capture of a bounty?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because we had to we had to.
Pretty sure.
We did extract
Yeah.
her out
Extractors.
safely.
Yes.
Yeah, we had to get her there and back. So
Yes, that is true. That's true. For sure. Did you contend with challenges above your current station?
were these bounty hunters above our current station?
What about the assassin? I don't.
No.
The bounty hunter, sorry.
The assassin, not by himself. Not a retired assassin. If he was still an active assassin, or if there was any other current or former assassins with him, then yes. But I think you guys are a tier 1 crew. I think that he would be on par with you guys, not below or above.
Right. Okay, so not today.
Not today. Did you bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one?
Savvy.
Yeah?
Savvy.
And did you express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of this crew?
Gosh.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was all the downtime stuff we did at the beginning. Like,
Yeah.
The hey, these two go partying. Like these two, these two being, of course, Crow and Knots. I'm not gonna chip on that. And then Dr. Sang and Maneki and those relationships there, as well as we're like, yeah, let's get the hell out of Iota. Like, we heard all this stuff, and we're like, no, we're gonna go. We're gonna leave.
Yep. Like, nope, we're out of here.
Yeah.
Yep. And then let's do characters.
So that's 5. So we got a crew advance. Everybody, you get 3 stash. Hooray!
Stash.
And then for next time, let's all look at crew advances and see what we're interested in.
Krieg, did you address a tough challenge with speed or with flair?
Definitely not. No, yeah, absolutely did.
I mean, you 100% were showing off on purpose.
Yep.
Like, yeah.
Very
Express
on
your
purpose.
beliefs, drives, heritage, or background.
Also, yes.
Yeah, I mean, there is the whole, like, connection because of the military background thing. Yeah.
And then something family and helping Crow out, all of that good stuff.
All of that good stuff. Yeah. Did you struggle with issues from your vice or traumas?
I was definitely reckless the entire time.
Yeah, you were.
Like, our safety, meh. I gotta learn to work soft into also being reckless, but...
Did you remember to take your XP at the beginning of this session for having earned that soft last week?
I didn't count that, no. I'll add that on now.
I thought of that right now because I remembered that we didn't remember that you'd gotten that until after we'd done XP.
Yeah.
And then you were like, wait a minute.
I'll tack that on, yeah.
So take an extra one from when you first got that trauma.
Yeah. All right.
Crow,
Yes.
did you address a tough challenge with charm or audacity?
I feel like I was pretty charming and audacious.
You were, especially audacious, but yes. Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
Yes, because when I saw this guy acting, I didn't immediately attack him. And I didn't go fight out front. I just kind of waited to see if Dr. Sang could resolve the conflict
And boy,
peacefully.
could they? They sure could. All right, yeah. Struggle with any issues from your vice or traumas?
I mean, I feel like I was kind of reckless, encouraging Krieg, like, yeah, do something crazy, you know?
Yeah, all right.
So I think I'm giving myself one for
reckless
that.
into reckless. Sure.
Yeah.
Maneki,
Yes.
did you address a tough challenge with wisdom or the way?
I did. I am doing my best to be a good captain.
Yes. And did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
I have.
Well, I know there was definitely when you were, checking in on Tatsuki before
Yeah.
you left the Iota system.
Yeah, I think Mineki's, like, her new goal is to both raise enough money to comfortably retire with her and to make sure that her crew family is well taken care of as well.
Nice. And did you struggle with any issues from your vice or traumas?
I think she did with the paranoid when they were like, when she was like, okay, you're right, let's leave the Iota system, and to make sure that trouble didn't follow Tatsuki, and then also when she decided to spy on Assassin Dude.
Yeah. You definitely write this down that you have some juicy tidbits that either you might be able to find a buyer for before the story breaks, undercutting Stacey Weathers. She might not like that. Or fill in some gaps after the story breaks and be like, but that's not the whole story.
Yeah, I probably won't steal the thunder from her, but I might do that second thing.
Okay. Well, just we won't get into the details of what was said. Just that you've got that knowledge now.
Yeah, I'll go to her for an interview and be like, yeah, that wasn't all that was said.
Done.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. All right. And Knots.
Hi, that's me.
Did you address a tough challenge with technical skill or ingenuity?
No, I did not.
Yeah,
Just
Okay.
lots
did.
of repairing things.
Yeah, you did. You fixed the ship.
Twice.
I did what I had to do.
I mean, it's kind of your job.
That's
Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
No, I don't think
I mean, I think you definitely did because I mean, we had
I feel
our,
like I need to do their experience from now on because they don't give themselves enough credit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm just gonna say I think like your inner flashbacks of where you might have seen Stacey Weathers in the when you were in the military, and the fact that you're just like doing your job as your job, like I think that's definitely your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background coming into play. So, if I was you, I would give you 2 XP. But it's your character, so you tell you how much you get.
I'll take it.
Listen, you.
And did you struggle with any issues from your vice or trauma?
No,
You don't have a trauma.
problems. Yeah.
Nothing bad from your vice. Okay. Dr. Sang,
Hello.
did you address a tough challenge with insight or compassion?
I was thinking about this and I originally thought no, but yes, I did. Because the whole reason it came out to shooting the guy in the black hat was because insight into how these gangs work, you kill the leader. That was a tough challenge with insight.
That's true.
Compassion, not really.
Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
Goddamn right it did. They did. Yeah, there was a lot of going back to the clinic. They worked on injury.
Yeah.
As well as being entirely uncomfortable when Krieg was like, "Hey, it would be a good time driving this shuttle as fast as I can around these tight corridors."
No, it's
Mhm.
going really fast.
Yeah. Didn't like it in the military. Still doesn't like it.
You also do not have any traumas, but did you struggle with any issues from your vice?
Don't think so. I don't think my helping those in need came up. It was kind of the guise for why they were there. But they didn't struggle from it. They instead struggled from a velociraptor running into them.
Yeah,
No.
Velociraptors.
Pretty much anyone
That
would
is
struggle
your
with a
vice.
velociraptor running into them.
Yeah, so 3 XP, and that's good. I'm gonna put it all into insight because I want to get that 3rd Doctor Pip.
Nice. All right, that is everyone for XP. Let's do outros.
Lightning round outros, starting with outro.
Everybody, I'm Outro. I'm really just here on Thursdays for right now, so that's where you can catch me. Also, Twitter, Outro42. That's me. I did it.
Great piece.
Hello, everybody. I'm Rhys Dragon. Right now, you can find me here on Tuesdays and Thursdays, doing some gamings.
Saint.
Hi everybody, my name is Saintguard. I'm a variety streamer, voice actor, game designer, and sometimes jam at tabletop role-playing games. You can usually find me over on my own channel, twitch.tv/Saintguard. This weekend I will be playing Neocab and Spiritfarer. I'll be starting those, so if you're looking forward to any of those, I'm going to be doing that starting at 10 a.m. Pacific tomorrow and doing that all the way until Monday. You can also find me on Twitter and Instagram. On Twitter, it's at Saintguardless, username with LYT. On Instagram, it's just my username, Saintguard, and that's it for me.
And our recent addition to Twitch affiliate, Shae.
Hello everyone, I'm Shae, member of Party Wipe Gaming. Also, I have my own channel where I have just become a Twitch affiliate, as mentioned. You can catch me here tomorrow for a special stream, starting at 4 o'clock, I think I have it scheduled, in which I have emotes up now, yay! And I will be doing a romantic drawing as requested in my polls. And I've already looked up poses and everything. I haven't figured out exactly what it's going to be, but hey, this is what makes this drawing special is on the fly. I will also be extending probably extending my schedule in the future, and yes, excited drawing.
And right on up to Kelsa.
Hello everyone, I'm Kelsa. You can find me on my own channel over at twitch.tv/Kelsa. Kelsa Delphi on Twitter is just at Kelsa. I play role-playing games on the internet. Right now I am GMing this game of Rocksteady, and on my own channel on Mondays we are playing Harvest Valley, which is our role-playing game inspired by the likes of Stardew Valley and Harvest Moon. Come check that out. Thank you. And Rin.
Yeah, hi, I'm Rin. You're currently watching our wonderful channel, Party Wipe Games. Thanks for stopping by. Tomorrow, I will be over on Diesel Shot, where they are doing a sponsored one-shot game of Dungeon Bitches. It is a highly aggressive, slightly controversial, but in a safe manner, looking type game of fun lady queerness and good stuff. I will be playing the playbook The Witch, so if you want to see me cross-dressing and cosplaying as a goth witch, complete with wig, makeup, and an actual dress, that I'm all very excited and hope fit, that'll be happening, and there'll be other great people of the queer variety also joining in on that wonderful game, so that'll be cool. I think it's at 9 o'clock. I'll have to double check the actual time, and I'll post everywhere where it is. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Saturdays, I run Descent into Avernus. I have great players there, including Shae. Sundays, we play Things from the Flood. They finished the first mystery, and they found out that, oh shit, things are far worse than they realized, while also having time reset on them. Mondays, we don't have anything currently. Tuesdays, we play Vampire the Masquerade, where Rhys has hijacked the entire game and is going to take over Phoenix.
Damn right.
Wednesdays, there is nothing, and Thursdays, of course, we're here. So that's all currently waiting to hear back from other casting calls, but that's our schedule right now, and I actually get to sleep sometimes during the week. That's great. Everybody stay safe. Watch out for Jewish space lasers. If you don't know what that is, just look at Twitter right now. That's a thing, I guess. So